And we're live. Hey, what's going on, guys? I am Drew with Comics Fleet here with
Kyle, not Kevin.
Get It Right. And we have two special guests here this week. First up, we have, if you're hopefully not new to the channel, if you are new, probably familiar with her. I've been on her channel quite a few times. Nerdette's Newsstand, Tristan. She's here. Hey.
Yay! Thank you for having me. I'm excited on your inauguration, on your very first show.
Yeah, me too. It's like, and we have Max MVP.
Yeah, what's going on, guys?
Yeah, this actually just came about. We talked about it last week?
Yeah,
2 weeks ago. Last week. Just like, we should just do like a weekly, like a Friday show talking about the comics this most recent week, and like the ones that we thought were good, ones that we thought were bad, or if any that we changed our mind on, after a few days of reminiscing on our judgments of those. So we had a pretty interesting week with some interesting books.
For sure.
Is there any? So I have up here like a free comic book online site. We can go through in depth. People talk about a specific one. We can go through the pages people are talking about. And I've got League of Comic Geeks, so we can see what comic we're referencing. If people need to remember what came out that week, they want to talk about. Is there any book in particular you guys want to talk about? Anyone one that you thought was great, one that sucked, or one that you thought we were too harsh on? Or
You're always too harsh. And I mean, in the nicest way possible.
Yeah.
I appreciate the harshness, because then I know I'm not getting any BS from you guys. Y'all don't pull your punches, which I think is good.
Yeah.
I would love to get everyone's take. I mean, ladies first, of course, Nerdette, if you wanna go. But I would love to kind of get everyone's take on Golden Rage at one point, because I am just
I skipped it.
Oh no! Okay,
I'm jealous.
Let's go ahead and talk about Golden Rage. Let's go. We're starting off strong. Real quick. Hey, like you guys said, Mark Wade. Hey, like you guys, Mark Wade. Yeah, Mark Wade is a nice guy. He was a very nice guy, very nice with us.
Very cordial.
Yeah, and it's amazing how fast the 30 minutes went by. It was just like,
I know,
what, that was it?
I want to keep going. I could talk to you for another 2 hours.
Yeah. Because the questions we had, I thought they were going to last us for like an hour, hour and a half. I'm like,
I agree.
Oh, crap.
Nope.
No.
You got anything else? Nope.
Hey, sometimes those are like the best. Just short and sweet, and get to the point. And
yeah, we're not quite at the Joe Rogan status where we can talk for 3.5 hours.
Yeah, just hang out, chat, get high, and just be like,
yeah. I don't even see it. It's so bad. It's not even on there. They don't even want you to read it for free.
I see your guys' review of it, and I was like, this just doesn't sound anything like I'd be interested in. Like,
oh gosh, there it is.
It's bait and switch.
What? Old badass ladies.
Yeah,
You're led to believe.
Yes. You were led to believe that.
Which sounds awesome.
Yes. Like a badass B. Arthur? Absolutely.
Yes.
Sign me up for that. Murderous B. Arthur. But
it's weird because it's not even that. So in my notes, I just had question marks. Like I just had like a litany of question marks, because like basically what I was gaining from this is like the author is trying to, or the writer is trying to maybe say something, maybe she's trying to have like a bit of allegory in this. But if she is, I don't know what she's trying to say. Like if you're an artist, you're trying to put out a story and you're trying to say something, but I don't know what that is. So then if it's not allegory for something, or if you're not trying to say something, at least make it fun, or at least make the story interesting. But it fails even to do that. So I just had question marks the whole time. I was like, I just don't, where is this island? Why are they there?
Yeah.
Who are these red hats? Why is the main character taken in by the old ladies?
Yes.
Like,
why have the old women been deemed useless? Who deemed the old women useless?
Yes. Oh yeah. 100%, dude.
Where does this take place? When does this take place? Why does this take place? Who are these people? Who are the good? Are they even good? Who's bad? What am I reading?
And this is the opening page right here. This is the actual dialogue. Let's find out in the next exciting issue. Focus on emphasis on the word exciting.
Yeah.
Issue of Golden Rage. All right.
Oh man, it's weird because like the the dialogue and issue number 2 specifically, the dialogue just seems so unfocused because the one granny is talking about her chickens and her cats and like, oh, I have to say bye to Mr. Cuckoo or whatever, and like you're just, where is this going? Like, why are we talking about the chickens? You know what I mean? It's so odd.
And we're just talking about tea, having tea. Come on,
sitting down talking.
And, yep.
That looks
And then I
fucking
guess-
awful. Oh, sorry.
No,
That looks awful.
Yeah, it's got that red hint to it the whole
everything
time.
just blends together. That is not a good idea.
Yeah, it looks like tomato soup.
Yeah.
And it wasn't even like, I wasn't, there are some comics that like make me mad. This one didn't necessarily make me mad. I was just like, why is this here? You know what I mean? Like, why does this exist?
Well,
I guess that was
one thing that
more
got me is like I like I said, I read that opening page said stay tuned for the next exciting issue. I'm like, you're saying exciting issue here. This better be damn exciting.
Yeah, for
And
real.
this is you gotta have the cat, petting the cat. There we go. I guarantee you the cat's gonna wind up being the villain. The cat has put all the women on the island. We're gonna get shifty cat eyes at some point. Finally, like all these cats are ruling the world now.
It's like that. You know what? Hey, if that actually did happen, I would take back everything I
That's
said.
exciting.
Like, I love this book.
But this is all you get. This is they're just
This is it. They're just walking
and
They're
talking.
just walking.
Birds. Look out for birds.
Yeah.
Is that a beefy grandma?
Yes.
Yes, it is.
She's
Yeah.
like
Okay,
Schwarzenegger grandma. Yeah.
Don't know why.
Okay.
Sure.
And
just is.
Schwarzenegger grandma is the one who saves the younger woman, like the 30-year-old.
They do realize even when you get like more muscular as a woman, you still retain your tits, right? Like, I'm not the only one seeing this here.
Maybe they're in transition. I don't know. I don't. That's the only thing I'm led to assume. Like, because those are guys' tits right there.
Yeah.
And it's like
that's a chest. That's a man with a chest there. Yeah.
Okay. All right.
yeah, that's not even Bob from Fight Club bitch tits. That is another man tits right there.
Yeah.
But yeah, very
This is
very odd. It's just like I don't know what the tone is. I don't know what it's trying to say. There's no real theme.
There's no excitement.
Yeah, there's no
There's no I guess your antagonist would be the Red Hats, but you don't know if they're a threat because they haven't shown up yet, and so you don't know what their capabilities are. It's just very convoluted. And yeah, the dialogue is very strange. It's like
That turns like there's like maybe a Lord of the Flies situation going on. It's like
you walk all this way just to have a bonfire. Like it's like
more eating and talking, and but they're not walking; they're sitting and talking now.
Yeah.
Goodness gracious.
Yeah, it was very odd. I'm seeing if
this is Golden Rage. This is Golden Rage we're talking about right now. Yeah.
It's like the SpongeBob episode where like Patrick is like comes home and he sees all the people underneath his rock and he goes, "Who are you people?" It's like that's the entire comic book is just who are you people? Just who are you? Where did you come from? Like,
And it's just like more walking and talking.
Oh my! You know what? We do need to talk about a book that came out this week. I have the next one we're talking about.
Okay.
Ooh.
I can't go through it. This is all that happens.
Yeah.
There is legitimately no excitement. This is they find a creek and someone in a cave.
Yep. Yet another character. Thank God we don't have enough.
A whole litany of characters now. Yeah.
Yeah. That's it. That's your exciting issue of Golden Rage number 2.
Yeah, it's like even if they were just walking, at least have some dialogue that's like introspective or theological or philosophical or something. It's like making you think along the way. But it's dialogue for the sake of just having dialogue. It's like, okay, we need sentences here. What do we do?
Well, and not just that. I mean, look, not everyone, especially from my experience. I mean, I'm sure Tristan probably knows this. Not all women who work together, get along. It doesn't.
Oh no, I hate women. I'm not okay. I don't get along with women very, very, very rarely. Do I get along with women, especially right away?
Yeah, and with this many women, I mean, not all of them are going to get along.
Yeah, no,
There's
not going to happen.
Backstabbing. There will be like petty arguments, petty squabbles, but behind each other's backs. There's none of that here.
Nope. There's no characters.
Yeah, they're all interchangeable.
They all sound the same.
One of the one protagonist, if you can call her that, does pull a spork on the grandma, and then they go, "Oh, see, a spork is a weapon." Ha 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 ha. I was like, "Isn't that funny?"
These are jokes.
Jokes.
Yeah, she was like, "Get me off this island," and she has the spork, and she's like, "See, I told you guys, sporks were weapons." And then she goes, "Oh, I'm sorry, I shouldn't have gotten angry like that." It's like it's very odd, very odd.
It says in our review of issue 1. This is what happens when you have an editor who's like your friend and doesn't edit.
Oh yeah,
kind of go along with it. You know, they're like, "That's perfect. It's great. It's great."
Yeah,
it's a cool title.
Yeah, but yeah. So clearly, okay.
Yeah, we're not alone.
We're not alone. Yeah, this is not that exciting.
Yeah, no, I was just very confused. So
yeah, it is a very confusing title.
Yeah, we are in agreement there for sure.
Tristan, which ones you want to talk about?
Oh my, Survival Street.
Survival Street?
Please tell me you guys have read this.
Survival Street.
What you're missing? Oh, it's the Muppet one.
Oh, it's like Sesame Street,
like Avenue Q.
Yes.
Okay, we read issue 1.
So okay, this is a good point. Case in point, we did not get issue 1. We got it. We physically got it, but we didn't understand the world.
Right.
We did like what's going on here.
Okay, so it is basically this whole world where these people have been like, just say it. They're fighting against Republicans.
And is that the that's the premise, or that's just like?
No, I mean they're fighting against like tyranny. They're fighting against like in the second issue, it starts off with the birthright of gun ownership, or the gun ownership starts at conception. Like it is absolutely hilarious. It's a great political satire. So not only that, but if you go a little bit, it mocks Dean Cain so much, and I kind of love it. I'm not gonna lie, like to the point where they're like, they say something along the lines of your he talks about, you know, in his prime, and somebody's like, no, your prime was in the 90s for maybe about 16 months. Like, it is hilarious. And they kind of do this like Fox News thing where it's FAWKS, yes. But obviously we know what it is. Like, these people have taken over, not all Republicans, I guess I should be more specific, but like extremists have taken over the world. And this is the group that's fighting back against them. And it's honestly like one of the best political satires I've read since like, what was Tim Lim's book? My Hero Macadamia or whatever it was.
The hops one, the bunny one.
No, the one before that, the MAGA one he did.
Was it the Trump Space Force?
No, I can't remember what it was called, but it's really good. It's funny. It's on point. Like, you learn a lot about, I don't know what these Muppet type thing, Walmart. Thank you, Robert. Walmart. But you learn a lot about these. I don't know what they're going to be. I don't know if they're supposed to just be kind of like Antifa type or what. But they do a really good job of using, like, you know, if you like political stuff, like you're not going to enjoy this if you don't. And it's likely if you're super far right, you're not going to enjoy it anyway. But it does take pokes at extremism in politics and fighting back against it. I love it. It's so good.
So my question is, does it do it for both sides, or is it?
Oh no, absolutely not.
Side?
Oh, it's absolutely no. It's pretty much. Yeah. It's definitely just towards the right.
Okay.
Yeah, so
okay. Well, it's like, okay, that's fine. That's, if you want to do that, that's great. But I don't want to say it's lazy, but in my opinion, I just see it. It's like that's taking jabs, but it's not being creative enough. Where it's like there are bad players on both sides, and this is where I would challenge a book like this and compare it to a book like
Social Warrior,
Social Justice.
Social Justice.
It's a book from Ahoy Comics. Social Justice Warriors.
Yeah.
Justice Warriors. Yep. Where
oh, I've never heard of that.
Yes, Justice Warriors from Ahoy Comics, where it doesn't just poke fun at the police force; it will poke fun at the protesters as well. So this comic book series, it'll go after both sides, making both of them look absolutely ridiculous. Just showing like there are crazies on both sides of the spectrum, and I can understand why some people would like this. Like, okay, you're making the gun people look crazy. Okay, understandable, but I just see it as.
I think they know their audience. You know what I mean? Like,
gotcha. Okay.
I definitely like. I would say I'm more centrist and I can enjoy it just because it pokes fun at extremes. But just knowing you guys aren't gonna like it. You guys you won't like. And if you go, I think it's one or two more pages. They make fun of Dean Cain. You know, how could Dean Cain? Everybody wants to know his opinion. Like when Superman's son's gay, like it was some big deal, right? So they poke fun at that right here, and it's good and it's funny and it's. You're right. It is one-sided though, so it definitely limits the amount of people that are going to read it. Me, I don't necessarily care.
I think. Yeah, I mean, I really don't see very many books that have a like a conservative's take on a liberal's world. Like I haven't seen a book like this that would be like the inverse, you know what I mean? And even if it was, I don't even know if I would be their audience either. Because I feel like
case in point, Max, was it
Thin Blue Line.
Thin Blue Line.
Exactly.
Yeah, don't get me wrong.
It was like too.
Yes, right. Exactly.
And I was a cop, and that was right for me. I was like, yeah, this was right up my alley. And I was like, it's just too much the other way. I don't like it. I like the art. I like Mike Barron. Don't get me wrong, but I was just like, I don't need this. This isn't helping.
Yeah. Now, let me I think it's called Justice Warriors we're talking about.
I have to check it out because I've seen Thin Blue Line, and yeah, you're right. That was something I like, but I can get into something like Walmart from Tim Lim. I can get into something like that where they are more conservative based or more liberal based. But that one to me was like, I don't know, like I'm going to leave my feelings out of it because I know someone used to be a little bit of a cop once upon a time. I'm just kidding.
But this is a series right here where it's like you have the crazy protesters and you have some police officers who are made to look like idiots,
right. All they want to do is go out there and beat the shit out of them. They're like, no, I want to fight because I work with guys like that. All they want to do is fight.
Yeah.
So that's fair.
But you have idiots on both sides of the spectrum sometimes, and it really goes after both sides.
Yeah, you have an idiot mayor who's inflating bread.
Yeah.
Because that's the new thing now, and then people are rioting because of bread prices. And then you got
oh my god, is that the meme? The crying meme face in the crowd? That's hilarious.
Yeah.
That's pretty funny. Yeah. Yeah, you know, like I guess there's a great example from I'm doing my master's right now in business, and one of our professors is like, now granted it's, you know, the school overall leans pretty left, but one of our professors, like every single class, he has like a question up on the board that we have to answer, and like we do kind of like a small 30-minute debate before class starts. And you know, these people are on this side and these people are on this side. But when we ask him, he doesn't give his answer because he goes, I wanted y'all to think about this. I need y'all to critically think about this question. Regardless of whether you guys think you're right or wrong, y'all need to be able to have these kind of conversations and not want to kill each other, right? And so I think it's very interesting. Like what he's doing is very, I think, good because it's not, he's not telling anyone in the class, you know, this side is right and this side is wrong. He's just going, why do you believe in what you believe? And then he goes, all right, now that we've done that, we can get to starting class. And we're all kind of like, well, wait, what? And he's like, well, this is going to get you to critically think more because now you have more of an understanding of the other side's opinion. So it's a really good study in like just kind of learning about how we see each other and how we think. And I think it's just good that he's allowing us to critically think and not just telling us. So I think comics can do that very well too, but you have to have a very good writer. You have to have someone who's pretty intelligent or humorous, you know.
Right.
And I can understand the attraction to the series that Tristan was talking about. It's like, okay, that's understandable.
It's freaking Muppets that shoot and kill people. How can you not?
Well, for this, I mean, this one is like I would trump that with you have a poop emoji cop.
Yeah, no.
His name is
I gotta check it out.
Yes.
He's got a hot girlfriend. It makes no sense.
Yeah, that's funny.
But okay. Anyway, so what's next? Anyone else want to talk about one?
I did. So one of the ones that I didn't actually get a chance to read, but I heard your guys' review on it in your Skippets and Mez was Alien #1. And though I didn't get to read it, I wanted to give a counter to, like, if someone wants to read an Alien story, I would highly encourage everyone to go check out James Stokoe's Alien Dead Orbit, the 4-issue miniseries. James Stokoe also did Orphan and the Five Beasts. Holy
Thunder
crap!
Thighs.
Yes,
I love that art.
Thunder Thighs, love it.
Oh man, yeah. If you guys enjoy the James Stokoe art, which is like high detail, very meticulously drawn out, and like just super crazy, kind of almost manga anime like, check out Alien Dead Orbit because that will easily beat out whatever this recent Alien series just finished or whatever.
Yeah, because they retitle it's just Alien #1. Like, I thought they had changed the subtitle to something else, but I guess they didn't.
Yeah, Wes actually he was the one who told me about it because I had no idea. And then I was talking to him about how I loved Orphan and the Five Beasts, and he was like, dude, check out James Stokoe's Alien series because it's fantastic.
Yeah, and he is so incredibly detailed. And,
yes, that's the thing that really.
I remember that his Orphan and the Five Beasts series was so flipping delayed. Months delayed. Months.
Dude,
Gabe, what's up, man?
Hey, what's up, Gabe? Good to see you, dude.
Robert,
yeah, that's what was so unfortunate.
Thank you.
$1.
Oh, nice. Dollar bill, y'all. Thank you, Robert. Drew, let me see if I can pull it up on my end.
I can't find it. Yeah. But we did read it, and it was just you effectively have a planet of former synthetics, a planet of bishops, pretty much retired synthetics, and they're being brought up to save. To retrieve a bioweapon, the alien from another colony that's fallen apart. Shocker. It's like, how many times is this going to happen?
Weyland-Yutani at this point is a beyond $1 trillion company. Like they own the galaxy, they own everything. And how did you get this far being this stupid? How many times can you bring back an alien egg and
how many planets are you going to destroy? To get this back,
wasting a lot of resources just to bring back your replicants to fight everything. Like what? They get introduced, and I told them it's like they look like superheroes. It's like, oh, okay, this is what we're doing now. We're gonna have Superman fighting an alien. Okay. Sure,
I shared the screen with you, Drew. If you want to pull up Dead Orbit. Yeah.
Yes.
Oh.
Yeah.
Dude, this is the cover, but the great thing about it is that the actual interiors are like that as well. So like here, let me go to this first page here.
James is an incredibly talented artist, and he's doing very good covers right now.
Jesus.
But yeah.
Like everything looks so lived in.
Yeah.
You know, like all
Wow.
the detail in like, so here's like the ship, but then you go on the inside and you see all the detail, like all the different cables. You see that this guy's probably been like eating something. You see like the cigarette butts around like the machinery. It just looks like dark and dingy and grungy.
Like Alien.
Yes. Yeah, right.
Yeah, you look at that original Nostromo ship. It was very much a lived-in ship.
Very lived-in, very dirty. Yeah.
This panel right here, dude, is so rad with like the suits and everything.
Yeah, I would love to interview him and ask him, dude, how long does it take you to do a page? Just a page.
Oh, for real,
right?
Yeah, everything is just gorgeous. He's
you get the scale of everything too, even from that first panel, how big that ship is.
Yeah. Because and then you see this and you're like, oh my god, space is massive, you know. Like, but even the ship is detailed. You can even see the clouds in the sky. It's like, this guy is just a master at his craft. But
hey, you know what? You know, it was the first issue. Maybe it'll get better. Yeah, maybe we'll see what happens.
Yeah, we got to give our hot takes, and if I can say something garbage from issue 1, I will.
So this is issue 1 of the Dead Orbit series or whatever.
Yeah.
And automatically, even without like reading any of the dialogue, I'm already hooked. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I kind of go back and forth whenever I hear like, well, just give it to like 5 issues or something. But sometimes, like, if look at I always bring up a great example is like Barry Windsor Smith, 8 pages of Weapon X that he introduced to the world, and people were hooked with 8 pages in that Marvel Comics Presents issue
at a time.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. So
love it.
But yeah, no. So great little series there.
As a reader of the books, it's getting so annoying to see people twist the context. Yeah, writers are good at that. And but yeah, we'll see what Philip Kennedy Johnson has up his sleeve with this.
He's done a bang up job so far.
Yeah.
Wait, what? Wait, what happened with Philip Kennedy Johnson?
He's writing this series too.
Oh, okay. He's writing Alien. I think he means critics.
Oh, critics? Oh.
I'm pretty sure that's what he means because of his comment above it about the, oh my God, Fat Ivy is a lesbian kind of stuff going around.
Yeah, I have seen that. And it's like, I mean, what do you want?
Yeah, it's beyond the point of outrage at this point. It's like everything we've seen. It's just like, but what's new and shocking about this?
I did actually read that Poison Ivy issue this week.
We want to talk about that?
Oh yeah, we can talk about that.
Oh yeah, she's done Harley.
Okay, so Tristan, I'm not sure what your point of view on it was, but we thought it was a big disappointment.
What?
Yes. Yes, we thought it was a big step down.
How? Explain to me how.
You put it in comparison to the previous issues. It felt very lazy and just very heavy-handed. And
how?
It was to the point where I knew what was going to happen. I could pretty much call out from Jump Street what was going to happen next with the story. Like, it wasn't as shocking or as surprising or as interesting as the previous issues. It felt like I was reading a Marvel 2016 comic.
I'm speechless. I don't I really don't know where. I felt like it had really great continuity with or continuance with the other issues.
So her working in a box factory and killing some small town guy felt as horrific as infecting like an entire town or like the entire world.
It was the continuation of that.
But didn't it feel small though?
But not everything has to be grandiose.
But when you start off like this series has, I mean, so dire, and then it goes to I'm just gonna affect this one person's life. It just felt misguided, I guess.
It just like the old like the stereotypical old white man
old
boss.
White, yeah.
It felt very.
Wait. You're mad that she killed the white dude?
No, it's not that.
Okay, help me.
It felt very easy target to make. It just felt when in comparison to what we've been given in the previous issues. It's like
I can see that.
It's like, come on, G, we've read the previous issues. You're better than this. And
also, you got to remember they did just extend it 6 issues, so this could very well be filler.
And part of me was thinking, maybe this was the original first issue and they pushed it back. I'm hoping I'm wrong, but this issue, I'm really hoping this was just a filler issue and just a speed bump. But
I thought it was good. My biggest issue with this was that she cheated on Harley, and that's going to have more consequences with how she set everything up so far.
You see, I've been under the impression that we're equating it to the Stand with Captain Trips, and when she's infecting everybody, it would have made much more sense for her to have killed the woman she has an affair with, or whatever it is at this point, is cheating on her. Like, everybody in here should be dead. If you're going to bring all these characters in, it would be
I agree. Yeah, you're right.
The scene, like the issue in the diner.
Yeah, the diner scene is awesome.
Diner, the issue, the comic in the diner was fucking great.
Yeah. I agree. It doesn't make sense for her to just kind of hone in on one person.
It's like, the great, this woman took my food. Yeah, she was nice and all that, but she's dead. She's dead in a week. But
so I'm like, she's going into a box or Amazon or whatever they want to call it. It's like, oh, so she's infecting the entire globe, which is cool to think. Like we kind of see it here,
right there. Yeah,
that's Drew coughing right now.
Yeah.
So it just felt very small. Like you had a shot to go after everybody and be like, oh no, I'm gonna kill her too. I'm gonna sleep with you and then I'm gonna kill you. That makes her seem like I really don't care about human life.
Right.
It really just sticks to that really villainous nature that she's had in the previous issues, and it felt like she really pulled her punch in this issue. She really pulled it.
I don't know. I enjoyed it. I thought it was really good. I've really been enjoying this series thus far anyways. I think it's probably the best thing we've had since Amy Chu wrote that miniseries where I've had kids. But I didn't think it was bad. I think it served its purpose. They were trying to show what kind of a person he was and kind of extenuating upon that what kind of a person Ivy is.
Max, what'd you think of the issue?
So I have not been following the series. So it sucks because one, I hear that issue 1 through 3 is fantastic.
Yes.
But I guess it's a good thing though that I didn't read those so that it wasn't like juxtaposed with this. So my opinion from this is coming from like a biased kind of, this is my first issue I've read of the series, so I'm not really sure what to expect. I will say the good thing that I liked about it, I'll go good thing and then bad thing. Good thing is that if they stuck with the storyline of infecting all those people, because when you think about Amazon packages, dude, and you realize how many packages get sent on a day, like she could be infecting thousands of people a day. Yeah. And so we're talking about a mass, maybe not like genocide or whatever, but a mass, like something that would be very hard to stop. Yeah. And it's really sinister. You know?
We're kind of shown that right here with, like you said, the delivery guy,
Exactly. And so we only get 1 page of that, which I was upset with because I was like, yo, that would be cool to see. I would love to see something more in the lines of that because it seems more of her style. Like she would want to be that kind of sinister, to really allow her like power to flow through like all these different packages. So I thought that was cool. I just wish they did a little bit more of it. The other thing was that I felt that she was better than, or like my negative to the comic book is that I think she was better than this old Harvey Weinstein looking boss.
She didn't ask for that.
She did not. Yeah,
she did not.
There's no consent.
There's no consent.
I guess that's true. Right?
Wait, you don't have to consent to a fucking kiss. It's a kiss.
But yeah, so the Harvey Weinstein character like just seems like an old trope, and it felt like she was better than that. Like I feel like she would have taken 2 seconds to just like, fucking you are literally disgusting. I don't need to waste my time on you. That's how good Poison Ivy is. She is concerning herself with bigger villains and things that aren't like as trivial as something as like, it just felt like a PSA. You know what I mean? It felt like this is an old trope. It felt like this is a PSA. This guy's like villainy was like ramped up to like 11. And it was like, okay, we kind of get it. And that's why I was upset, is because like the villain in this issue didn't really have any like stakes. There was no real interest in him. It was just kind of lazy, I guess, to do that. And I've worked for not guys who've harassed women, but I've worked for guys who have been like very transactional leaders, right? Who are managers who are only concerned with revenue, profit, performance, and outcome. That like there are managers that are like that, and that sucks, but they get shit done. Now, if they're actually being villainous and they're doing things that are to the extreme where they're inappropriately saying or touching and stuff like that, of course, those are like bad people. And it just felt like this comic book was telling me that you should understand that this is a bad guy. And it's like, no, I get it. Like we all agree that he's a bad guy. So
and we've seen
that was just,
we've seen that, like you said, that trope in countless other movies, TV shows, comics.
Yeah. So
can we
like
go back to the consent thing? Because
oh gosh,
I'm so confused. Like, did we, like, our society go through spontaneity being a thing?
Not if it's a man doing that to a woman.
Oh, come on.
Oh, you gotta be kidding me. Do you live in 2022? Get out of town. If they wrote this, you cannot write this right here with a man kissing a woman like that.
Yes, you absolutely can. That's called a romantic kiss.
Oh, not right now. It's not. That would be considered a sexual assault / rape. You can't.
Didn't Valmont kiss Selena in the exact same way in Catwoman?
Aren't they dating?
Yeah, I thought they were dating.
Yeah, I don't think they're dating.
I wasn't under the impression they were.
I'll say this. Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
No, because Selena's making it clear when she left Gotham that they weren't a thing. So no. I mean, if you're that, not you guys, if people in general are that crazy about a romantic kiss, please touch grass.
I agree. 100%.
Yes. Yeah.
I'll say if I were at work and there were, if I had a female employee that I really liked and she did something amazing for me, she said, "Hey, you know what? I got Friday off for you. Don't even worry about it. Don't just thank me later." And I was like, and I just went and kissed her. I would be fucking fired the same day. So I'm not saying it's unrealistic because we do have a suspension of belief in comic books. That's fine.
Yeah.
But I would say that in a real life situation, if I did try and kiss someone in this way, I would be villainized for 100%, especially at a workplace. So
if you guys were flirting back and forth and then slept together that night, you would be villainized.
I mean, if we were flirting back and forth for that day, because I think Poison Ivy was hired that same day or whatever. So, I mean, like, if there's been like, some sort of give and take where she's also kind of hinting to that, then no, of course, because we have like maybe an unspoken relationship. But even still at the workplace, like at work, I don't know.
Right, I get it's at work, but they literally like fuck 10 minutes later.
Right. Well, unfortunately, they didn't unionize in time for her to have her job saved. If there was a union, dang, so close.
She was like, "You killed my boss, thank you, but you forgot the union thing." Gosh dang it.
See,
but no, I mean,
I would have loved it like if it ended with her dead in the bed, dead in the bed. Like,
no, I agree. That would have been good. That would have. We would have showed. We've had this whole time showing us how Harley or Ivy is getting back to her evil roots. That would have cemented it.
Yes, and they just really pulled. I just like I said, pulled their punch. But would you say, Tristan, like this is probably one of the weaker, if not the weakest issue of the series?
Oh, it's definitely the weakest issue, but I still enjoyed it.
Okay.
That's fair.
Cool. That's fair.
Okay.
Yeah. And we'll agree it's the weakest issue of the series.
It is the weakest so far.
All right. That's
do you guys want to do a palate cleanser?
Sure.
No, I'm kidding.
Yeah, why not?
Okay, I'll give you guys a list of my top that I really, really like this week, and you guys can tell me which one y'all want to talk about. Or Tristan, if you had read any of these either, and let me know if there's a good one. So I read Batman 127, Prodigy number 3, A Town Called Terror number 6, and Artist Elite number 2. And I have Death Dealer number 4 from last week, but it was so good it transcended into this week as well. So
that's fair.
But yeah, so if there's anyone that you guys like really, I know Batman 127 was y'all's top pick of the week, right?
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
Tristan, did you read that one as well?
Yeah, out of curiosity, I was going to ask because right at the same time we had both the new creative teams come in on Batman and Detective Comics. Who do you guys think is doing? They're both doing a good job. I'm not saying that, but who do you think is doing? What story has you more captivated?
I would say right now, it's Chip. Right now,
is it?
Yeah, it's Chip right now because don't get me wrong. It's like I love Ron V's story. I love what he's doing. It's very mysterious. It's very methodical what he's doing here. But Chip's is very energized. It's fast paced. It's action packed. I love the randomness of bringing back the Batman of I forget what the name of it is.
Arzaror or something.
Yeah. It's like what the hell here, and it's fun, crazy, action packed, and that's what I like about it.
Out of curiosity, because when I was talking to myself and comics in the chat on one of our videos, one thing I've noticed about Ron Vian, who's one of my favorite writers for a couple years now. Mm-hmm. But do you guys ever notice a slight pretension in his writing?
No, I wouldn't say I've noticed it yet.
Now that's all you're gonna see. You're gonna be like, this guy is an pretentious asshole.
No. To be honest with you, I mean, only guys I feel like are kind of pretentious are like James Tynion, but
oh wow.
But I've never. Oh, here we go. Batman 127. Yeah, I've never gotten that with Ron V. I've never felt that way.
I really like though what he's doing with Detective Comics right now. Like, I was all in on Mariko Tamaki too at first though.
Yes, first, and as I'm sure we all remember, we were all on board with James Tynion when he started off on Batman. Yeah. The Deathstroke issues were amazing, and then you get to the war of the Joker War and
Joker War. Yeah,
like, it just
Fear State.
Yeah, Fear State. Just like it just lost any momentum, excitement, originality. Just turned into very low stakes.
This is really. I like how he's bringing Surinah back.
Yeah.
With that, I don't know. When Grant Morrison changed him, right, to be like all Batman and no Bruce Wayne, but the fact that he literally obviously didn't enough, because once you get towards the end, you leave Alfred alone, you leave the painting. Like, he uses that sentiment that he knows can't be separated. I thought that was really, really good. And then using Tim also, because, like, they're not little soldiers. They're not.
No.
And that's what, I love that. I thought that was a great punch.
Yeah, and what you said, bring up Tim. I do love how Tim has been utilized in the story so far. It's been really good.
Yeah.
Tim's kind of been the highlight. I'm not gonna lie, like, James Tynan's writing, I liked it. It was fine. But he did not utilize any, like, it was just Batman. There was no Bruce Wayne to it. There was not a whole lot of family interaction. It never felt like he cared what the other people had to say. It was like he was trying to take his money away and take him down to ground level, but he forgot everybody along the way.
Yeah.
It feels like Tim has really kind of centered these sessions with Chip Zdarsky and really brought that family aspect back to it, and I love it.
I love this page right here. Just see him
beautiful.
Strapping that on. Love
so
it.
Cool.
Though I will say, Failsafe was extremely predictable. I kind of knew where they were going with that from the very first issue.
Yeah, it's just like it's a Terminator type thing. It's a Terminator, but I do like the fact how this Terminator thing. It's pretty much kicked everyone's ass, and it's had to come to this point. I'm sorry, Max. Sorry, I forgot. What are your thoughts on Batman 127?
Oh no, you're good, brother. So this was another one that I actually have not been keeping up with the series at all.
Oh,
but,
Max,
yeah, I know.
You've got to read this.
I know, it's killer, man. So this was actually my favorite page in the book. It was either this splash page or the last page in the book.
Oh, do we dare show the last? Did we dare show the last page?
We can tease it a little bit.
Friday.
We can tease it.
Friday.
It's Friday.
It's Friday. We can do spoilers.
Yep.
But I'll go ahead and just read the line that gave me chills and made me go, this is a fucking comic book that I want to read. You know what I mean? So here's the line at the very end. He says, "A Midwestern boom that tells even the cynics everything will be all right. Superman is here." And you get this splash page of Soup's chest just massive through that doorway. And you're like, this is what I'm here for. But yeah, so I really enjoyed that. I do like that Batman just continues to keep coming, like page after page after page. Yeah, there it is. Oh my god, dude, so rad.
I love it. What did you guys think of are you reading the backups?
No, I stopped. It just after this, it's just like it's hard to match what's in it. It really.
I get it.
But like it really kind of brings it down a bit. It just.
The only thing I would say to read it for is, I think this one is written by Chip also, but it's really, really good. And we find out that it ties in. Oswald's not actually dead.
Yes.
He's gotten plastic surgery, and he's that. I kind of think that's totally a Penguin thing to do.
Yeah. It kind of looks more like Colin Farrell from the films a little bit. Yeah.
So yeah, no, overall I had I had fun. Like that was really what I took from this, is like I had a really fun time reading it. Because this is me just stepping into the series with this issue, I don't really know the backstory, but I was able to kind of pick up as I was reading it, which I thought was cool too. And that kind of is a testament probably to Chip's writing, in that even if you're following the series or you just hop on, you can still gather the information and go, okay, A plus B equals C. So yeah, I thought this was great. I'm looking at my notes and see if there was anything. Yeah, just that splash page of Batman and that like laser sword and everything was just really cool. And I like the fact that Batman has made a contingency, and then the contingency has made a contingency, like you were saying earlier. I think it really is a testament to Batman's intelligence and his like tenacity and his like Zur-En-Arrh
Year
Earth
one.
Interesting.
That's going to be a very interesting backup right there.
Yeah. Huh.
Wait, Max, do you take notes when you read comic books?
Well, I knew that we were going to do tonight's thing, so I was like, yeah.
I'm like, I been reading books wrong for years? I'm
No.
What is going on? Okay.
Now, I will say this: when I do a power bomb, I will open just like a Word document, and I will just talk about how much I love it, and just to get my thoughts on paper. Because like do a power bomb or Death Dealer or something like that. Like those are really fun for me to read, and I gain a lot from them. World's Finest as well. So I'll just write about it just because I think it's fun. But it also gives you like an understanding of like why, because then if I don't like a comic book, I can understand why I don't like it. It's not just like, oh, it's dumb. Like I actually have reference to say, oh, these are why I really like these ones, and this is why I didn't really like this one. But no, most of the time, it's just me in my little chair over here, with my feet up. So
I was so confused for a minute. That's funny though.
It's just great that we're back in the cave again. We're back in the cave.
And Zur-En-Arrh, I love that Zur-En-Arrh has his own cave.
Yeah, and yes, I do love that. And to be honest with you, the Zur-En-Arrh in this, he looks so badass and grounded. Like I would love to see an action figure of him. Just everything's just kind of like ghetto rigged. Yeah, I love it. It's perfect.
McFarlane will do one.
Yeah, he has to. He has to. I'll buy the shit out of it. Yeah.
I was actually going to ask you guys. That's a great point. What do y'all think of Zur-En-Arrh's costume? Because I don't think I'd ever seen this before, and if I have, it's been a while. But even the Batman's the bat signal is kind of jagged, it's kind of a little bit uneven, it's a bit jagged. You've got like the bright reds and yellows. What do you guys think?
Because I mean that's how look back in the 60s, that costume. It was Grant Morrison tying that in to the continuity. But it's like I really just see it as it tells us the viewer, tells us the reader, okay, the bat symbol is out of order, the costume is out of color order. Clearly, this guy's mind is out of order. That's where we're led to believe, like, there's some mental instability here.
It's definitely. Sorry. No, you're okay. When I first saw it, I thought it was stupid as hell. I was like, God, this is so dumb. But now it's like older, being able to appreciate it, and now it makes sense. It's like, okay, I kind of like it. Yeah, but before I was like, this is dumb. I don't want any of this.
Which is totally fair because, I wasn't sure what to expect. Sorry, go ahead, Tristan.
No. I was just going to say, didn't Zur-En-Arrh originally start out as a person from the planet Zur-En-Arrh?
I think so. Yeah, it was a different planet, I believe.
Yeah. And then they retconned that. I always thought his costume was very, like, 60s. Like, but they were able to transform it and change it just enough and take away that, like, super bright shading enough to make it like it looks good now. Yeah, I think it would look good on an action figure.
Yeah,
love that. Yeah, fun series so far. Hopefully, Chip can keep it up.
I think was this the series that you guys said he was 3 for 3 on so far?
Yeah, he's been 3 for 3 so far. Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, I think.
He's got a turkey going. Yeah.
I'm thinking about Prodigy, I feel like is 3 for 3. Jurassic League for me actually they're on issue 4 now. Juan Gideon and Danny Warren Johnson, issue 4 was probably the most it's a little slow, but still keeping the story going and still pretty interesting. Death Dealer was 4 for 4. That's for damn sure.
Yeah, you want to pull up Death Dealer?
I haven't read this yet.
You haven't read Death Dealer?
No, I haven't. I've heard nothing but good, but I don't even know if it's everything I get is digital. I don't want a digital version of this.
This is definitely a physical, like, here, I've got it right here. Because these pages, like these first pages, I was like, you've got to be shitting me right now. It's so good.
Oh, yeah, the backstory.
Yes. Oh my God. And the
coloring and everything. So
the
awesome.
demon and everything. Yeah. It's got this like kind of sepia tone, which like indicates that like, hey, we're kind of more in the past. We're learning about the story. But the one thing that I got from this issue specifically, but it's been throughout the entire series, is that even the tone of the book is Frank Frazetta, which I think is cool.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
It's kind of like when you watch the Peter Jackson films, the tone is Tolkien. Like you can see Tolkien bleeding through the films. And that's kind of how I see Death Dealers. Like you can feel Frazetta's work like just bleeding through the pages.
Yeah, and it's great to see Frank's work back, you know. And it's great to see. I mean, I can't. I have to check myself. I was looking like, why can't I find it? Oh, that's right. It's under Frank Frazetta's Death Dealer.
Yes.
I always have to correct myself. That's. I don't think they have.
Oh, that's the.
I don't think they have the current run on here, but okay, that's a shame we can't pull it up. But yeah,
here,
this series.
See if I can grab it.
Yeah, this series is amazing. It's pretty much Conan on crack. It is awesome.
Wait, didn't you say that about the Chimerian also?
Yes.
Okay, I was just making sure.
That actually is Conan.
That actually is Conan.
Now I will say this though.
Kitty agrees. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, he's also pretty stoked about this. I will say that I'm trying to pull up on my end to see if I can find the Death Dealer one we're talking about. So out of the 4 though, for me, because they definitely went there, like you guys said, you guys told me last week, y'all were like, they go there,
yes,
and they take no punches, which I appreciated. But this one also, unfortunately, had a lot of dumb Marvel humor, and I was like,
that's what I was saying. The dialogue, some of the jokes, I'm like, do we need that? I was right there with you.
Every time I know Drew probably disagrees with me on this because like I see this in Barbaric too, though. Barbaric is guilty of this as well.
Yeah. Well, Barbaric is I can accuse it of putting modern day jokes into that world. Like that doesn't really work that well.
And what I was noticing is like every time, because there's a specific page, and let me see if I can find it on here. But there was a specific page where
we're going to have to talk about these two this week. I forgot
we will.
Yeah, we're going to talk about those two.
Yep.
Where essentially Crom or something. I forget his corn. Corn on the cob.
Yep.
He is like, he's not allowing Death Dealer to take over his mind. He's like, no, I've got this, like, just leave me alone. And he's like, we will not survive this battle unless you allow me to take over. And instead of going, you know, I will relent, or I will resist you till the day that I die, but know that like for now we must like unite or something. Instead of saying something like that, he just goes, fuck it. And I was like, dude, don't put in these modern like curse words into your script because it immediately just rips me out of the story. So that was my only gripe. Other than that, the series has been perfect.
Yeah, I agree with you. I had the same gripe about this last issue. It's just the dialogue felt a little off in this one. It's like you could polish that up a little bit. So I agree. I did see some of the chat about Volume 2 of Animal Castle.
I don't think so.
I hope so, but
I think that was it. I think they brought over from Europe.
Yeah,
and those are the European comics, and I think that was the end of the story. Yeah, as far as
I wondered about that too. It was so good.
It was awesome.
Absolutely.
Damn good.
Yeah, I know you guys loved that series. I didn't get a chance to read that one though. It's very exposition. Well, not exposition, but dialogue heavier though, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, very.
Yes.
And the print is pretty small. So
Yes,
you can't
yeah,
magnifying.
It's worth it though.
What's that?
Yeah.
It's definitely worth the read.
Oh
Yeah.
yes, absolutely.
Let's talk about Dark Crisis. We got to talk about Dark Crisis.
Dark Crisis on Infinite Earths.
Yay!
Dark Crisis on Infinite Earths, 0 hour.
Just more words in there. Put more.
Yep.
So I'm just gonna say right up now, Jump Street, this was a disappointment. I mean, don't get me wrong, this is beautiful. In my opinion, this is well illustrated junk. It just was the disappointment.
Yeah, that looks like a good Hal Jordan. I didn't read this one actually, so
you didn't read it?
I don't have a say in this one. I didn't, because I haven't been keeping up with anything when it comes to like all the events. So like Judgment Day and Dark Crisis on Infinite Earths, Kingdom Come, that whatever, all the different. Yeah, I have not kept up with either of them because I was like, you know what, it's a little too much at this point. I would be too lost. So.
But this is the event. How could you not?
Yeah, right.
Right?
I don't know. It's a good question. Yeah.
Wow.
I think the big event, my last big tie-in event was Dark Knight's Death Metal. That was
it's been a minute.
Yeah, it's been a hot minute.
I could see how that could make you once bitten, twice shy.
What?
You know what's funny is like I have every issue. It takes up a long box.
It does.
I'm shocked.
Yeah.
Just a long box.
Yeah.
So I mean, the Dark Knight's Death Metal, where you have like the Forge and the Awakening, or all the different,
the
casting, and you have all the different books, and then you also have like
the cooling,
all the different whatever. And then you had Doomsday Clock right after that, which I collected as well. Shoot, I feel like I'm missing.
I should be excited right now looking at page. I got Wildcat back. Ted Grant, the Wildcat. He's back.
Yeah. He's there.
Mr. Terrific, back in his fair play jacket.
I love it.
Yeah, not talking about how happy he is that his wife and unborn child are dead. It's great. But they're just standing around and talking.
Oh, Alan Scott. Cool.
Yeah, Alan Scott.
I mean, but they're not standing around the whole time. There's action. Well, and they got to kind of cement the point that Dick is broken. Giggity.
Yeah, I was going to say, Dick is broken. Who's going to say it first?
I couldn't resist. Like, the fact that he's willing to just, I don't know, what are they calling it now? The Legacy League or whatever?
Is that what they're called?
I don't know. I read that, I think, on Bleeding Cool, and now I'm co-opting it. So.
Okay. It's a thing now.
Yeah. But the fact that he's broken, I like. That sounds terrible. I like, because I always look at Dick Grayson as kind of the heart of the DC universe, right? So if you're able to take him to the point where he's kind of just like, go. They can take care of it. Let them take care of it. Then something's up. And I love that they bring in the Swamp Things and that they kind of talk about it is the Great Darkness that's doing this, but maybe the Great Darkness has been co-opted by something else, because the Great Darkness really isn't evil or good. It just kind of is.
It just is.
That's the problem. Is that you have to have a good antagonist, good protagonist. Like it's all muddled right now, and this is the most action we're going to get out of the book right here with the villains.
And those should be the heroes.
Yeah,
they're the only ones doing anything.
Trying.
They're trying.
Yeah, they're trying.
Fighting.
Yes.
They're putting up a fight, and so I'm like, okay, I'm rooting for these guys.
It's beautiful.
What would have been great? I know it's not going to happen. Cool. What would have been great, I think, is like if this had been like we see Black Adam kind of finally wanting to redeem himself, and he goes out in a blaze of battle like this issue, the next issue, taking out the Great Darkness or whatever. He makes the sacrifice for everything for everyone, but that's not going to happen.
But, no way. You know what though? When I was reading this, it actually made me. Did you guys see the Black Adam trailer?
Yes, loved it.
Yeah, great.
Why didn't they use? It actually made me think. Why have they not thought of using? They want to race swap characters or bring characters and change them, and I don't care, but I know a lot of people do. Why haven't they used Mr. Terrific in anything? Like, he would have fit perfectly where Aldous Hodge is as Hawkman.
Wasn't he in the Arrow TV show?
I don't know. I didn't watch that.
Yeah, I think Mr. Terrific. I think he was on the Arrow TV show.
I think I stopped after season 3.
I don't blame you on that one, but yeah, it's a good point. I mean, he would have been a great character. Maybe if this one's successful enough, maybe he'll be in the sequel. Who knows? But yeah, it's a good point.
Yep, Robert, I was thinking the same thing. You having the villains, you're having Lex Luthor show up and get these bratty little whiny bitches in line and say, "Grow up! Yeah, I'm leading you guys. Shut up!"
Yes,
and yes, and then you have Luthor then betraying them at the end after they fight off this darkness they think is coming. It's like, there's your setup. I said you get this. It's like,
it's the bat gear.
Yeah, it's like, what are you doing? He's just running around. It's like
Bat Gear Man.
We're walking.
And we're walking and talking.
Isn't this where he's trying to go and find out all about the different Earths, though?
Kind of in just getting the map.
Oh, and we get a drunk monkey. Come on, guys, we got a drunk monkey.
Detective Chimp. Trying to invoke the humor, trying to inject some humor into it.
They're trying.
Everyone looks so sad.
Well, he misses Z.
Yeah, that's fair. We all miss Z. And by the way, yeah, if you we've already read it. Batman versus Robin next week. If you like Z,
just wait.
Yay! Wait. I love Satana.
You're really gonna love her.
Yes.
I don't know if you guys read webtoons at all, but they have a phenomenal Zatanna series out right now. It's really, really good. I love this though. Like I have a weak spot for Swamp Thing anyway. And to see him brought in is freaking awesome. And then are they birthing the dark multiverse? Is that what we're supposed to believe? And is that the same thing as the dark Tales from the Dark Multiverse that we had before?
It's a good dark multiverse against the dark multiverse that they're gonna develop their own dark multiverse to counterbalance it.
Can you make that make sense?
An actual writer, maybe
yeah.
No, it's Joshua. To be fair, okay. If you go and you switch, well, I know not right this second, but if you're gonna have to pick one of these storylines that are going on, I would say Flashpoint Beyond is the one to pick.
Man, that's a real Sophie's choice.
After this latest issue.
What? You guys are the hardest critics.
But like I said, this is the most action you're going to get out of the book. But like you said, all things considered, okay, let's look at Flashpoint.
That completely nixes all of this.
It's interesting. Kyle, not Kevin. I think.
Is it Flashpoint Batman or
it's just Flashpoint Beyond?
Flashpoint Beyond?
There we go. Beyond.
There we go.
Kyle, not Kevin, you mentioned something earlier. You said maybe like a competent writer would be able to, fix this. I think too, like there needs to be an editor with a gigantic whiteboard or like one of those cork boards with just fucking pins and yarn going all over like this massive boardroom, basically understanding, all right, here's our players, here's where we have going, and then those writers can play off of that. But if you don't have an editor who has no idea what's going on in this multiverse, then yeah, it's going to turn real bad real quick. So
yeah, almost like a Batman whiteboard like he has in this.
Or like Crazy Charlie from
Pepe Sylvia.
Talk about the mail. We'll talk about the mail.
Carol.
Pepe Sylvia keeps coming up, so I keep putting the mail back in the. I got boxes full of Pepe. Oh my god, yeah.
Barney, who the hell is Barney?
Yeah.
Half the chat is lost right now. They're like, what the fuck are you guys talking about?
I remember that from Flashpoint.
But yeah, like, this is the same week, Flashpoint Beyond, like 2 days after the Dark Crisis that we're in the middle of right now.
Celebrate the miraculous return of the Justice League and the end of the Dark. It's like, oh, okay.
Well, you got to remember this is like a spinoff, right? Because we saw in Justice League Incarnate, we saw Thomas die, but wherever he went, he didn't actually die. This is where he went.
But like what Robert says here, like these guys aren't talking to each other.
Yeah, that's a problem.
They did not talk things over. It's like that is a big problem.
That's a big issue. Why is there not more communication between your staff?
Yeah,
especially on a giant crossover event.
Yes, big company-wide crossover.
You would think.
And God forbid they got it wrong and the editors didn't catch it.
Yeah,
right.
Oh, that's so dumb.
That's the Dark Crisis here.
Yeah. But all things considered, this was the more interesting story. More interesting mystery. And my sympathy goes out to Jeff Johns. He is trying his hardest to make everything make sense. Yeah. He is trying his hardest.
On that last page, so there's a couple things. Like, my brain wants continuity. My brain wants to understand when I read these books.
We want the continuity. Yes.
Why does he say everything matters if it matters in your heart? Like,
what?
So you're saying we all have our own headcanon and that's the one that counts? What the fuck are you talking about?
Yep, it's whatever you want it to be.
Yeah, it only matters if it matters in here.
Yeah.
And why is time based on feelings?
Good question. What does that even mean?
I feel like a minute has gone by. I don't know. I got to go back through it because it is a lot of it's an information overload in the first couple pages. But them trying to explain what the divine continuum is and the omniverse and why it matters and when it matters and if it's ever going to fucking matter. I just don't understand. Sometimes I just don't get it.
It's meant to be parallel with Dark Crisis. The multiverse represents space. Flashpoint Beyond brings an hyper time for Dark Crisis itself is not it. But it's not important. But that's the fucking event.
Yeah. Then what's the point?
Wait, why are we reading this huge event that they tied into Crisis on Infinite Earths?
Even more importantly, so we shouldn't have to have a doctorate in DC to understand it.
Correct.
Is that an actual course? I'd love to have a doctorate.
I would love to have a doctorate. I'm not going to lie, but still, we should be able to understand that even somebody that maybe hasn't read Infinite Crisis or the other stuff that has came before should be able to understand what's happening in the here and now.
Right.
But again, beautiful book.
Flashpoint Beyond the event itself is important, but.
It's not important. Flashpoint Beyond the event itself. But why tie it in? But why tie it? Why mention it then?
I just think it was just a little Easter egg.
It's like
I'm assuming
at the same time. It's like my question is why put them out at the same time, same week?
And Gabe summed it up right here. Flashpoint Beyond 5 is a mess.
Yeah.
Gabe, I still need to read your review on that. I think I saw something on Twitter where Gabe had posted. About it, but I haven't gotten a chance to read the review. I feel like a lot of it is I just hear Drinker's voice in my head. Don't know.
Yes,
a lot of this.
Martha Wayne build a time machine.
Yeah.
It's like,
also,
don't know.
I'm so fucking confused. I understand this is Flashpoint Beyond, but Roz just died. Does that matter? Is this related to this at all?
Don't know. It's the critical trigger response.
Don't know.
I don't even think they know. I don't even think they know if they're really not. Yeah.
Like if they brought Roz, because he even makes mention of like he's back, and like where did that was like hot Roz, and this is old school Roz. Like, what happened in the Lazarus pit? And do you want to explain yourself? Nope.
Don't worry about that.
It's not important right now.
It's so confusing. Like, my brand is DC. I should understand.
Yeah.
It shouldn't, like, I'm gonna have to go back through both of these books this week and possibly even back further than that to even understand. That's not how it should be. But Martha Wayne's back, so I love it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I mean, that was a nice little twist. I mean, I thought that was cool, but where it goes from here, it's just what? Like, I can only suspend so much disbelief, especially when it comes to time travel. But
that's a cool page.
I like
there.
that.
Yeah, I do like that page.
Yeah. In the art in these past two books has been pretty interesting, just solely based off of like what I've been seeing, because I haven't been following the storyline. But I mean, it looks really well done.
Yeah. So
I can't knock it for that.
Robert, I do not know how.
I think you are. We need to do a stream where you just couldn't fucking set everyone up and tell them how to understand it, because apparently DC can't. And another thing I don't understand is before Flashpoint Beyond came out, I went back and read the old stuff.
Irrelevant word salad. Right here. Gabe said it. Yeah, irrelevant word salad. That's what it is.
The prologue. Oh, yeah. Yeah, I mean, yeah, some of it is, Roz's return. What?
Yeah.
I just... Another thing is, like, did you guys know, like, is it just me, or is the tone and the characterization of Thomas Wayne very different than in the original? I don't know, like, do you remember
it's a lighter
he talks so much?
Yes.
Compared.
It's a very lighter Thomas Wayne, very light, not as and I don't know if that's supposed to be a reflection of what happened in Tom King's Batman run, where he
could be
back, maybe. I don't know.
It's gotten softer.
Yeah.
That could be. That actually does make a lot of sense, because always before he was just saying like, and now he's like having full on conversations. Okay.
Yeah, and he's not drinking booze. I want to see him drinking the booze, you know?
I would be after that explanation of bullshit. I'd be like, all right, I need a lot of something.
But Martha's fucking awesome.
Because she talked to Psycho Pirate, right? She somehow found out everything.
That's another thing. How she doesn't have the mental capability that would be needed for something like that.
She's a psychopath. It's like,
and there it is, Jack Oswald White. Dun dun.
So how do you guys feel about Joker being named?
I
not needed.
No, I don't like that. No.
That page is beautiful though.
Oh, it is.
Yeah,
I love the lighting.
Yes.
What about you, Max? Do you like the name?
I guess I could take it or leave it. I don't really have, the unfortunate thing is I don't really have much of an investment in the story, in this particular story. So because of that, I really, I don't know. It's also difficult to say, because like you guys were talking about earlier, what matters. So like, is this his actual name, or is it just our own head continuity that it could be any name or this name, or he doesn't have a name? So
speaking of names,
in your heart. That's what matters.
Speaking of names, this could have been his issue, you know, and old Timmy, you know, Timmy. This could have been his book where he let his big brain shine,
coming in like a wrecking ball.
Yep.
No way. It would have not have been this good, guys. Come on.
But I do agree with all three of y'all. That last panel that like was so rad. That lighting and everything was very
it's
very cool.
So beautiful.
Yeah.
Yep. There's the Pepe Sylvia board.
There it is.
He was down here this whole time doing this. It's like, come on.
Oh gosh.
I mean, I can buy it. It's Martha. I can buy it to a point. I can
Martha.
She's been locked up for so long and everything else. I can buy it. But I don't know, like there was always such a mystery behind Joker.
That's what's great about the character. And that's what was great about like Michael Myers. The mystery. Why did he do what he did? We never knew. That's what's terrifying about it. That's what's terrifying about the Joker. The mystery. His backstory is multiple choice.
Yeah,
that's what's terrifying.
He's the boogeyman.
Yeah, Boogity Man.
The boogity man.
It's kind of like in the Solo a Star Wars story or the Star Trek. You get like little explanations for things that you're like, I didn't really need to know that. Where it's like, Solo's Han is on the bridge and he's talking to Chewbacca and he goes, "What's your name?" And he goes, and Chewbacca does whatever. And he goes, "I sure ain't saying that whole name, so I'm just going to call you Chewie." And it's like, okay, like, did we
Really?
need that expository, like dialogue? And then
how
same
he got
thing
his
with
name Han Solo and where the dice came from. It's like,
yeah.
bullshit. You realize this was all made up. It doesn't matter. Why does
And then I see like
find a way?
Yeah. I think that if anything, like that maybe the decision to let Joker's name out was probably to get a lot of like, word of mouth behind it, because you will get a lot of news articles going like, "We've got his name finally," because that's what Solo a Star Wars story did, or whatever it's called. Like they were like, "We finally figured out how Chewie and Han met," and it's like, I kind of like that I didn't know that, but I don't know.
Yep.
Teach their own.
I think I just lost audio for a second. Can you guys hear me?
Yeah.
Yep.
Oh,
Okay.
there you are.
Now this is a good question, because I remember, Jeff wrote in his run. Well, I'm going to say, I'm going to say no. I'm going to say it's not his son, because I do know they tried to retcon that, but I don't think so. I'm going to lean toward no.
I'm going to they didn't think about that when they wrote this.
I think Gabe has a very good question. How was Martha able to restore the timeline if the timeline was destroyed that she was in?
Yeah.
That's all the time travel bullshit. It's like you start getting in the weeds of this stuff.
It's like, I'm cross-eyed.
Yeah, it doesn't make sense anymore.
The more rules you allow your universe to have, the more you have to keep up with that continuity. I think we're seeing that a lot with like the multiverse with Marvel. This is the cinematic universe with there. Because like the more that they release shows, the more it's more difficult to keep up with these different timelines and dimensions and multiverses. So there's a lot more room for error. So that's probably what's happening here with DC.
Hey, there is a light at the end of the tunnel with this. JSA and Stargirl.
Yes, there is. Absolutely. Yeah. And I cannot wait for those. It's November. November not coming soon enough. Yeah. Wow. Can't believe I'm saying that. Yeah. It's November, please get here faster. Yeah. In December. Jeez.
May I pivot to Artists Elite issue number 2?
Oh, absolutely.
If you guys
Our definitive number 1 pick, obviously, which
right.
Which we've been barred from talking about. Yeah.
You kind of have to say it's your best one, right?
Of course it is.
It's contractually obligated.
Yeah, you can't find anything wrong with it.
No, not at all. Well, I will, because I'm an unbiased third party. So, no, I'm kidding. But yeah, so if you guys in chat or anyone who is watching, this is one of Sean Hudachko's other projects that he's been putting on, Artist Elite Comics. And so this issue is issue number 2. And this story contains Dark Skulls, Belong, and Seraphim the Seven. Dark Skulls is by Ben Templesmith, Belong by Freddie Williams Jr., and Seraphim the Seven by Ryan Kincaid.
This guy doesn't have it. Crap. But,
that's all right, man.
Let me see if I can bring up.
What
we're talking about.
I wish I could. There should be a digital one. Like I wish there was, because the art. I mean, the reason why this. Correct me if I'm wrong. Why this series came out was because y'all wanted a space for, well, I hate saying a space, but like an opportunity for artists to really show their talents and like do these stories creatively however they wanted to.
Case in point, Freddie Williams right here.
Yep.
Which, dude, you guys were calling it and I was calling it. I was saying either Ben Templesmith's or Freddie's story. Out of all of them, we're probably going to take the cake. And it's a tie for me, man. I don't know which one I like more, Freddie's or Ben's. But like the first issue, like the who was it? Brett Booth. Brett Booth's story was super. It was a bit convoluted, and it seemed like a little like, okay, so we're in this time period, but now we're just here all of a sudden. But then, like, who are these characters? Mm-hmm. It was like, it looked gorgeous. I wish there was no dialogue because it was just absolutely beautiful.
It was, but I'm like, it wasn't. The focus of it wasn't the focus I was expecting it to be. Like, it's like, correct. Okay,
it was on the,
who are these two females? These two females? I was sold on the Serpent King guy. I want to know more about this guy.
100%. And I didn't know if they were like his bodyguard, like, because one of them was almost like a protecting something, because she's like in that tree and then like comes down, and then there's like the woman who's in like the red coat. And, like, that's how much I remember from it, because there was just, I didn't know who they were, and they didn't have any like character. So I wish that that would have been like, the story was a little bit better or more fleshed out maybe. But like I said, the art was just, I mean, you can't get any, like, Brett Booth just delivers every single time. Really liked.
Little sidetrack in it real quick, Robert. Yeah, so I was reading the Mirror Universe comics because Gavin Smith, he's a buddy of mine. He's here locally. Chat with him all the time. I own one of the original pages from issue 1. I did enjoy it. I loved it. I loved the ending to it. I didn't like the side stories. I thought the one shots were kind of meh, but the main story that was illustrated by Gavin and how it ended, I loved it. I cannot wait for the next series. Yeah.
Yeah, the story from Ben Templesmith, this one right here that you've got up.
Yeah, it's like his own little superhero team.
Yeah, man, it was really cool. Like, all the characters get fleshed out for the most part, you know.
Yeah.
You kind of understand somewhat of what their cause is, like why they're getting together. You get to learn like the different personalities. You go from place to place to place, kind of traveling to grab each one of these little superheroes. They're all kind of cynical. It's like this much darker universe. Yeah, no, man, I've really enjoyed it. The art is super stylized. I mean, it's not like,
no, it's not for everyone. Yeah,
it's definitely not for everyone.
Own unique style. Yeah,
absolutely. And then the Freddie Williams Jr. one, man, like, borderline for, like, I couldn't really find anything wrong with it. The only thing that I was like, was the typical bad dad trope, and I was like, okay,
right.
But I understand. I forget the boy's name, but I understand his pain, because he talks about how he doesn't fit in and how the only thing that he has are his stories and his writings and his, like, his creative ability. And so that I thought was really cool, because I'm sure Freddie may be kind of implementing a little bit of himself into this character, as far as like him being an artist and being able to get some of his creativity out on paper. So yeah, man. And plus, I think it's cool that he's doing a horror story, because we haven't really seen that from him. So
no, it's all been like action stuff, you know, like pretty much IP comics he's been doing.
Yep.
And when we were in Dallas, we saw his original pages. He had the original pages there.
Yeah.
Did you see it? Were you there?
I saw it on Friday when I first got there, and I think I saw you guys that night. But Fred, I got to hang out with him for a little bit and just ask him about the story. And he was ecstatic. Like, he was over the moon. He just kept talking about it, which made me so much more interested in it. I was like, okay, like, let's do this thing. I was, and it like, and even for just what, 5 to 8 pages of comic, he delivered, man. Like, level of detail. I love his faces. I don't know why. I just really like his faces. They have really like a lot of personality.
And
So.
I love how he draws the dog. This dog is just it's heartbreaking.
Yeah. Oh, 100%, man. But yeah, he does great work.
Have you
and surprisingly, the story was good.
She's not back yet.
Is she not back yet?
Oh, no, I'm back. I'm sorry.
Okay.
I'm sorry.
Are you good? Have you checked out any of the Artist Elite books, Tristan?
No, I didn't even know that was a thing. Yeah. I mean, I did. I remember about it, but I forgot all about it. And now I'm super interested. Like, you need to clip that of Max talking about it and just use that as a plug. That's so perfect.
I probably need to get Sean on the channel and you guys to come on and talk about it, because I'm loving like everything that Merc puts out. Like Aaron and I had Aaron on the channel the other day. We'll put out a video tomorrow or Sunday. Like I hung out with Aaron. I probably would love to have, I probably should have Sean on here on one point. But yeah, the Merc stuff, the Artist Elite stuff, really been digging it. I think I've got every Kickstarter issue and every retail, like straight to comic book shop issue so far. So I'm really loving the stories and the art on a lot of these, especially now that you've got Aaron and
Joe.
Yeah,
it's like I think you might have talked to Aaron a few days ago, because I talked to Aaron last night. He loves what I did with issue 5 of Born of Blood. Thinks it's the best one so far. And you heard that, Tristan. Trust me.
Yay! That makes me so happy.
Aaron says he said I've just kind of gotten better with each issue, and issue 5 is amazing. It's terrific, and I told him the plans I got for issue 6. It's going to be a grandiose final issue. How it's all going to go down. But yeah, trust me, you're not going to want to miss it.
Well, that's the great thing about you, and I guess writers in general, is like if they're able to take criticism and they're able to implement that and actually put that into practice, you then will see better issues. You will then see better product.
And that's what Aaron told me. He's like, you have no idea how nice it is to have someone like a writer who takes the criticisms and is like,
yes,
you're right. I'll go with that.
Because he was even like, when I was talking to him, I had him. We were on like a little StreamYards thing, and he and I were talking, and he was going. We gave him the input. We got the script back, and Joe and I both looked at each other. We were like, holy shit. Like he like changed everything that we had an issue with. It was great. So I think that is a testament to definitely your ability to kind of adapt and see what is wrong, or not even wrong, but see what could be fixed or even bettered.
Yeah, and that's where I will give way to the experience, the knowledge, and because they know, Aaron knows. Yep. So I will trust Aaron's judgment as well as Joe's, what works and what won't. What won't. I agree. Issue 4, I had because I had a certain way I wanted the story to go, and it didn't wind up going that way because I squeezed in so much in issue 4, and Aaron's like, "You're going to start over from page 1, man. This is not going." Okay, damn it. So and it worked out better that way. It's all paced out appropriately now, and it's great.
Same thing with well, I was going to say just like with oh, go ahead. Oh my gosh.
That's funny.
That is good.
Yeah, I will say that I think that may be one of the other issues that we see with modern day writers and editors is like I think that because you could say some of it is laziness or some of it is just hubris, but a lot of it is ego too. You have writers who think that I know best, or I know where the story should go or will go, and then they don't actually take some of the editorial remarks and put that into the big pot that is like everyone's. But then again, if you have too many cooks in the kitchen or hands in the cookie jar, you get a mess. You know, you
which
get
is
yeah.
Which is why I'm glad I'm dealing directly with Joe, and then it goes to Aaron, pretty much. And like everyone else, they're kind of they'll read it after the fact, you know, but like everyone's deferring to Joe and Aaron because they trust Aaron and Joe because they've earned to be in those positions, you know. With their,
absolutely,
yeah.
I think you're right. I think it is a lot of ego because when it comes to, I've noticed, and I don't know if it's just me or if it's this hobby in general, but when you've been into it for so many years, you almost notice the people that can take criticism, and it has become almost a lost art. Like, in a weird way, I can very easily pick through a book and know that I have to be soft on some of the criticism, or I'm going to get a lot of pushback from certain groups, or I have to adhere to certain standards about what I want to say and what I should say. Whereas if it's somebody like Chip Zdarsky, I have no problem going all in on it. Like, he's never had an issue with it either that I've noticed personally. But it's become, and that's why, like, whenever I talk to Drew, like, I'm like, can I be honest with you? Like, I always ask.
That's when I tell you, like, well, so we converse with emails back and forth. Like, I'll send her, like, with you, Max, I'll send you guys, like, the scripts, you know, like, what's going on, this is what to expect in the book. And Tristan will email me back, like, want me to be honest? I'm like, please, yes, your opinion. And I do appreciate your opinion, and I value it. And I see it as that is a good point of view to have. It's like, okay, there may be some certain people who will probably, they're going to be challenged by issue 2 of Born of Blood. They will, and they may be like, I'm not comfortable reading this. This does not feel right. But I felt like this is appropriate to tell in the story. But it's only going to experience in this one issue. But we'll see what happens.
And I think that's fair because a lot of times I don't know who I can be honest with. So I'm like, holy shit, if I have a problem with something, I'm like, I want to tell you. Yeah. I want to be honest with people, but I'm going to ask first. Like, because there's just people out there that the ego is the issue. You don't be honest.
Yeah. And I working with Neil Adams and we're going to Stuart Sager, you know, it built tough skin. They taught me, they trained me. It's like, you need to have tough skin. You need to take criticism if you want to get better. And I told Aaron and Joe, I'm like, do not pull your punches on me. It's like, I want to get better. I even told Aaron, it's like, dude, I want to be a great fucking writer. You know, I want to be, I don't want anyone to ignore this comic. I want to be like good where it's like, they have to check this out. And I just want to keep getting better. And I told that to Aaron. So I'm hoping I do with each issue.
I think it's great because it's like when you have the constructive criticism from people who are either normies or full-on comic book readers or editors and creative directors, like, you're always going to get something new that maybe you didn't see, like a different perspective or a different thought process, which is why it's good to have, you know, more input. The only, you know, and that's great when you are creating something, because then that will then flow through your work. Now, when it's on YouTube, and we can all attest to this because we all have platforms here, none of it, like 95% of it, is not constructive. It's like, shut up, dumbass. You know, it's just always something that's just like, you're wrong. Okay, thanks. Yeah. Like, so. Like, which is why I think I appreciate constructive criticism so much more, because it is a lost art, like you were saying, Tristan. To take criticism and to also give it can be difficult, because it's much more it's easier to just say, oh, you suck. And it's like, all right, well, why? Like, you know, actually give me a reason. So.
And like, issue 1 of Born of Blood, I emailed it to so many creators, you know, and had them give me feedback on, you know, some big name illustrators who've been nominated for Eisners read it, you know, they gave me their feedback. And one of which, he really loved it. He felt like there weren't enough splash pages, big action moments in issue 1. I'm like, okay, that's fair. And another one said, like, hey, I read this is pretty good. Keep it up. It's like, awesome. Love to hear that. And it's just, and I want to hear that, like, we're like, hey, this transition scene didn't work, this opening didn't work, and just I love getting that feedback, and it just lets me grow and know what to fix or not to do in the future.
I think it's also it's difficult to discern, but once you're able to do this, I think you can you start getting into that level of being like becoming a professional in your field or in your craft. But I think it's difficult to discern like what voices to actually allow into that constructive criticism, because you may have like a minority of people who's like, well, you should add this and take this out, and you need to put this in, or you need to have this type of story.
Because, like you said, Max, case in point, if you don't get that, you're going to get a book like this.
You're going to get Golden Rage,
where there is no criticism.
It's just
there's no
exactly where there's no through line, there's no story, there's no character development, there's no no one funneled this and just said like same thing with and Tristan, I don't know if you read this one or not, but Amelia Clark's Mother of Madness was just a manifesto of just words. It was unfunneled insanity, just kind of splattered on the page.
I liked issue 1, and then it became an absolute trap. I didn't mind issue 1. I thought it was very funny in that like ironic girl boss kind of way. Like if you know that's what you're going in for, it was kind of funny. But you know what? I thought it was really sweet that she loved her son, but the moment you used armpit hair for, I stepped out. There are certain things that you don't do. And armpit hair, I can't do it. I can't. And it was a lot of word salad. It was like, oh my God, I'm so woke, look at me kind of thing. But I can deal with that a little bit. And it was just too much.
But that's the thing too, is like, there are great, like look at Arcane. Like Arcane, I guess you could say, have elements of what people may call like progressive ideology or whatever. But
Arcane's woke as fuck. You can say it.
Yeah. But it's so well written that I think a lot of people are able to look past that. Whereas like for me, Mother of Madness had those ideologies, but it was also written poorly. So it was like, but yeah, whereas like if they had an editor, if Amelia Clark probably had an editor saying like, hey, no, don't put an entire paragraph on the first page, of like all this stuff, like let's tone it back a little bit. But yeah, so all that being said, constructive criticism, yay.
Learn how to take it, people.
Yeah, exactly.
And know how to do it, like Gabe said. Know how to do it. And Gabe, I need to send you the PDF to number 2 of Born of Blood if you would like to review it.
Yeah.
All right. Do you have one you want to talk about, or
what else came out this week? I forget.
We had the All Out Avengers. Town Called Terror, number 6. Starhenge.
Oh, the Dark Knights of Steel was so cute.
You want to talk about that?
You guys are like, nah, it was kids.
Pointless was another way to describe it.
It was pointless. You're absolutely right, but it was
Oh, Tristan, you there? Hello?
Uh-oh.
No.
Here, I'll put in the private chat.
Here we go. Got it right there.
Oh, there's the cat.
Yeah.
Did I lose audio again?
Oh, there it is.
Yeah,
there you are. Okay, you're back.
Oh goodness, I'm sorry. I don't even know what I was saying.
How great this was.
It was cute. It was cute. I said it was cute. It was pointless, but it gives us a little backstory as to when they were kids. I don't know, like why, how they're heroes. Now I see it as pointless. Damn it! Why'd you do that?
Sorry.
I will say the first story, the first part of it, I didn't care for, but the second story, when we got to Bane, I was like, okay, this is interesting. This is where it's getting very interesting to see what happens with Bane in this universe.
Oh, you didn't like this story where they were orphans? Is that the one or the Robins?
I think it was the Robins.
Yeah,
this one.
Oh.
Yeah,
Oh, that was my favorite. They're like little Robin Hoods. They steal from the rich and give to the poor.
Okay.
What about
still bad? Stealing's still evil.
But it's why they're called. It's because they're called Robins because they're robbing people of their coins. It's like in Batman '89.
Yeah.
They call them Robins.
Wait. Not. Hold on. This is for Kyle specifically.
Okay.
Do you look at everybody as a hero in a comic book?
The ones that are heroes, yeah.
They're Robins. They're just kids.
But they're still stealing. It's wrong.
What do you think about like actual Robin Hood?
It's something that sounds good in theory, but it doesn't work. I mean, he's still stealing. It's not the right way to go about it. I don't care who he's from.
I get that. You're an ex-cop. I get that.
Like Nottingham?
Yeah,
right.
Nottingham.
I mean, he's the villain in Nottingham.
Guardians of the Galaxy. They are thieves.
Yeah.
They're bad guys.
Yeah, it's I don't know how you want to call them, but yeah, it's like I can still root for them because I like their personalities or their characters. It's like that's fine, but still what you're doing is wrong.
Right, I can understand that. Yeah. I get it.
We did not read Black Panther #9 because we gave up in the last issue because it is turning into a full-on like bash T'Challa and everything he does or has done in his whole life. It is just
it's like beyond assassination at this point.
Yeah, character.
Is it still Ridley?
Yes, it is.
Oh, yeah.
Are you surprised?
It's like every issue is just bashing T'Challa and every decision he has made as king. Everything and his former wife Storm bashing him every chance she gets. It's like, isn't this called the Black Panther? Isn't this? Yeah.
Isn't he a hero? Isn't he good?
Supposed to be his book?
Yeah.
Where he's the hero.
What's his? Ridley also did the Superman Blue issue 1, right?
Oh, where he got raped? Yeah.
Yeah.
I think it was issue 4, but yeah.
Oh, okay. So it's funny because Ridley really. So I have another friend on YouTube here who has a great channel and everything, and he and I do not agree on our comic book like takes, and yet we agree on like Marvel stuff, but we don't agree on DC stuff. But Ridley, he and I agree with everything about how much we dislike Ridley's writing, which is really interesting because he seems to divide a lot of people. Well, not divide, but most people, if they are divided, they come together to like be like, yeah, you're bad, right? It's really interesting. I've never seen someone do that before.
I've never seen so. I mean, not even just that one issue of Superman Red and Blue, but like the other history of the DC universe.
Oh my God,
that one
clearly
was
he
bad.
has a massive hard-on hatred for Superman.
Yes, yeah.
Because Superman. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
No, I was just gonna say he does not like that trope of this kind of heroic. I don't want to call
savior kind of.
Yeah, the whole Tom King or Tom Taylor thing that he was talking about. Both of those guys do not have like a heart for that type of character, I guess.
John Ridley was those other history of the DC universe were so bad I couldn't put them down. And that sounds dumb.
I gotta see what he's gonna do next.
It was like how can it get worse? Oh my God, I flipped the page, it got worse. How? It gets worse. And it completely ignored continuity. Like it completely ignored anything. And it really took a lot, like especially with the stuff with Katana, it took a lot away from her character. And it brought it to the focus of her character mainly being about her skin color. Whereas I've never felt that about her. She's always had great heritage and she can share that heritage, but that's not always been what she's always been about. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and that's what's great about a lot of these characters before he wrote them, is that they were more than their skin.
And that's what he's made Jace.
Yeah. I wasn't scratching my head because of what you were saying, Tristan. I'm scratching my head or putting my hands on my head like this because the villain, Gabe, you're saying the villain in the new issue is literally the colonialist. It's like
It's about time.
Please tell me that's a joke.
Oh, we're pulling this. We're gonna pull this up right now. Oh man!
Please tell me that's a joke.
It reminds me of, I don't know if you guys saw the first episode of The Rings of Power, but the elf walks into this bar and it's all these like disheveled white men, and one of them like slams his drink down and he calls the elf knife ears, like it's a slur. And then he goes like, "Why don't you people get out of our town?" I was like, "Oh my god, dude, this is so."
He's like, "Why don't you just get over it?" It was definitely a sling at slavery.
Yeah, because he's an elf of color, right?
Yeah, it was very heavy-handed. He was like, "Get out of here, knife hand," or he's like, "Come off it, knife hands. Why don't you and your people get over the past?" And that's when he says, "The past is with us all, whether we like it or not," or something like that. And I was like, it's so heavy-handed. I was like, come on, guys. This is Middle Earth, not 2022.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's the second age at that, too. It's like, oh.
This is not what Tolkien was shooting for.
No.
That was the only part I noticed it was really heavy-handed at. Oh.
Do not tell me this is him right here on top of the elephant. Do not.
He's not kidding. Move the thing so we can see it.
Oh, yeah. There we go.
No, I can't. I can't. My brain's gonna break, you guys.
That's funny. It's like, yeah, maybe what 5 years ago I would have been like, "Oh my god, they can't do that," and like now I'm just like,
beautiful,
really?
Mopey hero. Yeah, it's a good art. Yeah, I will agree.
Yeah, for sure.
Black Panther, the series has had some good art, but
I'll say, that Captain America right there looks better than Captain America in Sentinel of whatever.
Yeah, absolutely.
Like he's drawn much better here.
I agree. Already.
Yeah.
How did this get past editorial? Like for real, for real.
Wow.
Who thought that this was a good idea?
People of virtue signification. I make invitation to you in a manner of great pleasure.
Oh no.
Wow.
What? Oh, no. And he has like a harem.
No. This isn't real.
Wow.
Are they all?
Is that not a white elephant?
Yes.
Oh no.
Lovely massage. And these are
objectifications.
Who are
lovingly misogynized. What the fuck?
Wow. It's not real. Oh my god.
Oh.
Now I really want to fucking read it.
Negro feline.
What?
Wow.
Oh.
No.
Dude, the lack of self-awareness in this book right now, I am astonished. This is worse than a lot of Gabe. Thank you for this. Wow.
It may be a duh when I say this, but I really think he's trying to be funny. He is trying to be funny here. When you look at this dialogue, like
how is this funny?
None of this about which I'm feeling at all good. It's like I really think he's trying to be funny.
Yeah.
What?
That is my assumption. Gabe, what do you think? Do you think he was trying to be funny with this?
Is he using like the elephant, like the Republican thing?
It's definitely.
I'm assuming
definitely Donald Trump.
Oh,
yeah.
It's definitely, that's
Look at the hair. Come on.
Stop it. This isn't real.
Oh my god. This is a real book from Marvel.
Why?
Many times popular with conquerors of all kinds.
Oh my god.
Of such business. Wow.
This is a Black Panther book.
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay, can we get Ta-Nehisi Coates back? I mean, it's pretty much as bad.
Well, certainly you're unwelcome anywhere near this planet.
Oh, God.
God bless the world. This is, I I can't believe people haven't caught on to this and made 1 million videos yet.
Yeah.
Oh my god, my friend.
Well,
Fenice, my friend Fenice, she's watching right now. She's like, "Wow, Negro feline." And
That's something.
That's a choice of words right there.
yeah, yeah.
Uh-huh.
His smile is so creepy.
It is.
Yeah.
Why
Oh,
does he have
and
a
he's
puppet
gone.
on his shoulder?
Yeah, that
You
one.
buying some tires? What the hell?
Is it a symbolism for something?
Yeah, is that
else?
a symbolism?
Yeah.
I don't know if you can this or what.
Are they saying that like all politicians are like puppets, or they have puppets?
Yeah.
Or like
I
colonialism. Which I mean, I guess you could say all politicians have puppets. If we're really, being honest, but
okay, yeah, he was trying to be funny, super meta, or maybe he went insane. Yeah,
He went insane.
all three.
Yeah,
all
yeah.
of the above.
I don't find it funny.
Wow.
Oh my.
Well, it's not too late. I mean, it's only 6 o'clock here on the West Coast, so I've still got time to go make a video about. No, I'm kidding.
Oh my god. No, I was thinking the exact thing. I know what I can do tomorrow.
I was like, I have another, few hours.
He said
before
it gets
dinner.
worse.
He does.
How does it get worse? How? How, Gabriel?
I'll give the colonialist a history lesson that he doesn't know in Sentinel of Liberty, apparently.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm so glad I dropped off Marvel.
I'm so glad I stopped reading this after the last issue. Oh my god.
Likewise.
I actually picked this up. The very first 2 issues were good.
Yes, it was.
Yes, it was. Yes, it was. Absolutely.
Yeah, the secret cells he had around the world.
Mhm.
Really cool.
Weren't cool enough to keep reading, but they weren't bad.
I like the art was great. The Alex Ross covers. I mean, they had a lot going for it.
The only thing I even read at Marvel right now, the only thing that I think is really good is
Welcome my home on the range.
Nope, this is fake. Moon Knight and She-Hulk, those 2 issues, those are good. But what the hell is this? Why are they all so white?
Wait, go. May my objectifications bring you pabulum?
Oh, here we go. The puppet is a language interpreter, representing the speaker of buzzwords and spin.
Adorable.
Toadstorbs.
Yeah,
or as Drew would say, isn't that fucking funny, Kyle?
Isn't that fucking hilarious, Kyle?
Yeah.
Aren't you fucking laughing, Kyle?
Hard enough for this.
I am absolutely making a video on this.
It's feeding time.
Right.
Yeah, this is brutal.
Why? What the fuck?
I need to protect my large intestine.
Did he just say he needs? No, he really said I need to protect my large intestine.
Oh, Cap is about to say the thing. You know me, I can do this all day. Holy.
Oh my god.
Tremble before the Colonial Volunteer Auxiliary Reserve Expeditionary Fighting Force.
Oh my god.
Stop this.
Stop, dude. Oh my god.
Whoa. No.
Why? Who's afraid to say no to John Ridley? Who?
Apparently, everyone at Marvel is the same ones that are afraid to say no to Alyssa Wong.
Well, and DC too. I mean, it's not as like it feels like after seeing this, they're reeling him back at DC.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Wow.
No, this isn't real. I'm convinced.
Chat, you guys are getting an exclusive look at our first reactions to this. So this is pretty funny.
I'm kind of speechless because this is.
Here, size of the Buffalo Soldier.
Oh,
wow.
God.
Wait, what did it say? I missed. What is this?
You're on the sides of the Buffalo Soldier.
What the?
Oh my God, John Ridley. Why?
Large intestine is
The name of the town? Oh.
Say
I still think those first pages were so shocking to me. Like after that, I was just like, oh, okay, I know what this is. Those first few were just so
bad.
wild.
You can say bad.
Yeah.
Actually, we got to do it. We got to look who the hell was the editor in this?
Yeah.
Oh no.
Will Moss.
Wow. That's not a real name.
That's not a real name. There's no way.
There's no real Will Moss.
Michelle Macheesy?
Mac and cheesy?
Mac and cheese.
Michelle Mac and cheese.
Mac and cheese.
Of course, old CB Sobolski.
Yeah.
Editor in chief.
Yeah. Why is he on mac and cheese? He's focused on that. Yeah. And Alex Ross drew it. He drew that. That was actually in the comic. He drew the colonialist.
Wait,
imagine
he did?
coming.
Yes.
Yeah, on the cover.
Oh yeah, duh. Oh my God. What? Alex Ross doesn't care. He's getting paid.
Yes, exactly.
Like, I don't blame him either. If you have it is beautiful. Like it is. Yeah. He makes the colonialism look good, or colonialism and less white. At least he gave him a pink hue this time.
Yes.
And you notice how it's above the oppressed people at the bottom here. Yeah. It's great. Not subtle at all.
It's it's pretty like Alex Ross can make anything look good. So
let's go back to, we're going to talk about good. Let's talk about his Fantastic Four. He had come out today or this week. Fantastic Four, Full Circle. Nerdette, did you see this?
No, I've heard it. I knew it was coming out. I haven't seen it yet though.
Yeah, so I got the privilege of reading it. I think a month ago when San Diego was going on. I got it was shipped to me ahead of time from San Diego for one of my contacts. I got a signed copy of it, and this is just a masterclass in art. Look at this from Alex Ross.
Didn't he say he was going to try something a little different too?
Yeah, it's like how he draws it. It is very different. It's not his typical painting style. This is amazing. This is so dynamic right here. I am more excited by this page of the Thing getting a midnight snack than I was from Dan Slott's Fantastic Four run, his entire run.
Wait. He's eating. Aren't we supposed to be led to believe that all eating happens in SJW comics?
He's getting ready to. He is getting ready to.
Well, he's
how dynamic. Look how dynamic this all is.
Beautiful. I'm just giving you shit.
I know. I know.
But you're all right. He is eating.
He is eating
bullshit. So.
Yeah. Bullshit. How you know what? It should be action packed. This is unacceptable.
Hey, something's amiss. Something's wrong. Oh, there's Johnny.
Okay, wait. To be fair here, we know it was going to be beautiful. How was the story?
Story's great because it's a direct. It's spoilers at this point. My work here is done. Thank you, Dave.
Thank you for the free video idea.
Yeah,
it's a direct sequel, more or less, to This Man, This Monster. Whereas we find out who that mysterious person was who took the Thing's power from him. We get the backstory and who the guy was. We find out where he went in the negative zone. And the negative zone has never looked more beautiful. Just when we get to it. See, they're right there. Man.
I even love the color palette he chose.
Just that his color in this is amazing. When we get to it, when we get to their trip into the negative zone. But look at God.
Yeah, it's definitely old school. It brings back.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
I'm not even a huge Marvel person, and I gotta get this.
Yeah, it's like it makes you want to. It makes you want to be a Fantastic Four fan. This is like, this is what they should be aiming for. It's like, honestly, I don't care how much it costs. Put Alex Ross on a Fantastic Four book. Make it bi-monthly, every 3 months. have him do an issue.
Bro, Reed and Sue are kissing.
Oh yeah,
she's not slapping him and calling him a piece of shit and
Yeah.
saying you're useless and worthless and you need to sacrifice yourself.
Wait, did that happen?
Well, basically, if you read life story.
By Mark.
Wait, can you?
Yep.
Is that Mark?
Yeah.
May
Yeah,
I be? May I be a little toxic for a moment? Can you go back to the previous page?
Right here?
One more.
Okay.
I'm going to be super toxic
You
right
can't
now. I
badmouth
apologize.
Alex Ross.
Panel to the left. She looks amazing. That is
Yes.
a Sue
Oh,
Storm.
yeah.
Yeah. She looks gorgeous there.
As she should.
Stunning.
Yeah.
I mean,
Hey, how is that remotely toxic? She does look beautiful.
Yes.
Okay, thank you. I'm glad. I just wanted to make sure. You never know. You never know.
It's been said that she is the MILF. She is the MILF of the Marvel Universe.
Facts.
Absolutely. I always love when Perch talks about her boob window in the 90s comics where the 4 was like
I loved it. That was like my first boy girl thing. You know,
They knew what guys were looking at. It's like,
Yes.
nice.
They're like, why have we never done this with Sue Storm? Let's give her a boob window.
Genius.
There's a nihilist right here.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
The greens. Oh.
Put on there. Yep. Going into action. And yet, so going into the negative zone. This has great flashbacks to J.H. Williams' Echo Lands.
Yeah.
Oh my god, it does, huh? Yeah. This is super Echo Lands.
Yeah.
Look at that.
Wow. And this is a graphic novel, right?
Yes.
Hardcover or trade paperback?
It's a hardcover.
Oh my god. Okay.
Yeah, it's like a not necessarily square bound, but like a rectangle bound. Book. Yeah.
That's dope.
Wow.
Yeah, I love his Ben Grimm, dude. He
look
really
at
gets
the
a
nihilist right there.
Oh.
Wow. You know, I gotta hand it to the colorist as well, because like you're having to do that reflection off of that like metal, like that shit is so hard to do.
Okay, I don't want to spoil anymore. I can't. I don't want to spoil anymore. But
because it's
stunning.
It's only 64 pages, so yeah.
Yeah.
Beautiful, man. Thank you for showing that off. That's cool.
Actually, it looks like I think Alex did.
Josh, he did. Alex, okay, well, Josh. Yeah. They both, yeah. Makes sense.
Yeah. Just, I don't care what it costs. CB, give Alex Ross the Fantastic Four. Just let him have at it. If the issues come out every 3-4 months, that's fine. We're getting our money's worth.
Tom Brevoort was the editor. Huh.
Yeah, that's so. Yeah, absolutely. Everyone has to go check that out. You got to.
Almost as good as Black Panther, but you know.
Unfortunately. Oh, dang.
That's I know, right? Hashtag root. Yeah, I'm sorry. Yeah, hashtag root on my part. Yeah, about stealing Ryan North's attention from his series. Yeah. God. But
that was one that you guys disagreed on, right? Drew, you had new Fantastic Four in your honorable mentions.
I dug it. I dug the explanation.
God, it's so dumb.
I went along with it.
I hate this new Fantastic. I hate it. It is so dumb. And I like Peter David. I really do. And this just doesn't seem like him. It feels like his 10-year-old son is writing this shit, or so. I don't know who it is. It's like it's not him. It's his cousin or something. I honestly don't know. It is so bad.
Didn't Peter David do the? He did that Spider-Man Crossroads, or what was it? Spider-Man.
Yeah, Alien Reality, the symbiote. He did all. Those little 4 or 5 issue arcs.
Yeah,
dude, those were so fucking fun. I loved
great
those.
Land on the art.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah.
Yes, that's right. Oh my! And his black cat.
Yes,
dude. Oh my lord!
Right. I remember that.
There was I think it was the King in Black tie-in where it was one page where Black Cat goes to go visit Doctor Strange. It's like that second page is there's a splash page of Black Cat at the front door.
Yeah.
Looking so sexy.
He really does her justice. And he actually I loved his Spider-Man because Spidey isn't the most muscular dude, but it's you kind of gotta you have to have a balance of he's thinner, but
Yes.
he's got lean muscle, so he's not like this huge bulky dude.
Yeah.
He has to be more acrobatic. So I like his portrayal of heroes and heroesses. I don't know the
Heroines.
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 Yes, thank you.
Harems.
Harems. Yeah.
What did that guy call it in the Black Panther comic we just read?
Oh,
Misogynist objectifications.
Yeah.
Well, this page right here. I love this right here, where the guy's making Wolverine. Tell me, killer. Yeah, what do you say to them? All the ones you've killed. Yeah, every person you ever slew. They're all howling at you. He's like, they had it coming.
Oh, damn! All right.
That is what Wolverine would have told the Celestial in the latest issue of Wolverine. They all had it coming.
Yeah, the Wolverine is such an interesting character to me, man, because he is really, because he can't die, he is haunted by a lot of his past, and he's haunted by his internal struggle of am I a man, or am I a weapon, or am I an animal? He has the juxtaposition between all those three. And while he has that internal struggle, he's also dealing with the outward struggle of am I a killer, or am I doing the right thing? He's the best at what he is, but what he does isn't very nice. It's that
used to be it. That used to be the thing, but that's all gone. That's all
gone.
Now.
Yeah. Which is unfortunate, because I'd say the first 6 issues of that run that's going on right now were solid. Really fun. I was enjoying it. You got Kubert on art. Come on.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah.
You've been reading this, Tristan?
No.
Oh, right. Yeah.
No. Why does everybody look short and fat in it, though?
Because Wolverine's short and fat, apparently.
Yeah, I guess so.
Now he's back to short and fat. Depends on. Yeah.
It depends on who's drawing him. Yeah.
Tristan, when did you drop Marvel?
Probably 6-7 years ago. I dip my toes back and forth every once in a while, depending on who's writing what. I do like a couple titles, I'll be fair. I've been wanting to jump back on X-Men, but I don't know where, and I don't even know how at this point, because it's so convoluted from what I'm hearing.
I would suggest read the X-Men Legends line.
Yeah, I was just about to say, because you can hop right into that bad boy.
Yeah.
And not only that, but there's a lot that has gone on in these years that I don't know about. And I think it's easier just to I like when She-Hulk kind of had a fresh start with Rainbow Rowell. I think it's going pretty good. I'm a couple issues behind, but what I've read so far, I really like. The stuff with Moon Knight, easy to pick up and easy to read, always good. But other than that, it's not only that I don't care for some of the writing, but it's also the characters to me are a lot less interesting than what we get on the other side, what we get from DC. I'm just not interested in a dude that has a hard-on for America, just not interested in Tony Stark. I don't know. I guess maybe I haven't found the right writer to make me interested.
That's fair.
We'll put Ram V on all of it, and we'll see.
Yeah.
There we go. Ram V and Jeff Lemire, I'm good to go.
There you go. Hey, I would love to see Jeff Lemire's take on some of these characters. I think that'd be awesome.
Yeah, isn't he just exclusively through Image now, though?
Pretty much. Yeah. Image and Dark. Was he doing it? He did a couple through Dark Horse, I think.
He did.
He's got the Black Hammer series.
Yeah. That's a shame too.
Right, yeah.
Yeah.
Coming out this week.
And he did have the Robin and Batman series last year, which was really good.
That was awesome.
And then the Green Hell.
Green Hell, I don't think.
Oh yeah.
Oh, that was the Black Label, right?
Oh my God, that's right. We haven't even gotten issue.
Yeah, we've had issue 1.
We haven't gotten issue 2 yet, right? Issue 2 hasn't come out.
Yeah, it's been 6 months.
Yeah, December was the last one when issue 1 came out.
That was our pick of the week. At one point, I'm I forgot all about it.
Yeah, Doug Mankey on the art. It was amazing.
Yeah.
It had Constantine at the end there, and
the
Lighthouse.
Yeah.
That was really good. And another one that got Ron B was doing Radio Apocalypse, and
canceled, right?
And they got canceled like after 2 issues.
Wow.
I don't understand how. I'm literally bawled through the whole first issue. I love that series, and I'm like, it's canceled indefinitely? Okay, well, what the fuck was the point of all this?
They canceled books anymore.
Yeah.
You got extension.
Now, I know people love
the
Closet,
Boogity Man.
James Tynan.
Oh, yeah.
But we're going to have to kind of disagree with you there. We think this series, The Boogeyman, this issue 1, this is what James Tynan should have done the whole time, because this issue, oh my God, this was incredibly creepy. I don't know if you guys saw this.
I got it, but I haven't read it yet.
It is creepy. It is amazing. This is what a true monster in the closet story should be.
Yeah,
the closet was so boring.
Yes,
it is, and it's so hitting you on the head.
It was like everything was like, you're the husband, it's all your fault, and I'm a fucking Karen bitch. That's the whole story. It was it.
We get it's like boom, you see it like just like it, and there's the monster. He's remembering it, and he's remembering back.
Oh.
Yep.
Yeah, this world feels lived in. It's huge already in this first issue. It's like, this is how you build a world.
See it looking under the bed, the boogeyman. Then
you get
these. What is going on here? Yeah. Ew, bug.
What the fuck? There's so much going on. In the closet you get drinking, going home, getting packing tape, and oh my God, go to bed because you're annoying me and I need to take boxes to the car.
Correct.
Nope, and the little boy gets up. It's like, what's going on here? And boom, his parents are murdered by the two that came into the house. What is going on?
Oh shit! Now I got it. Oh, I need to read this.
Boogeyman. Yep.
Huh.
All right, not gonna spoil the rest, but yeah, that is
interesting.
Yeah, that is how you do. Yeah. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, it was amazing.
Yes,
yeah.
Drew, what did you think of how Green or how Swamp Thing ended? I was gonna say how Green.
I liked it. I liked how it ended.
Were you confused at all?
I wish you had asked me this like the week it came out. I could have give you. I don't want to say memory dumped it, but like it.
It was like. Now we have the Parliament of Gears.
The Parliament of Gears, and there's the other Parliament of what's her face?
Trinity.
Yeah, Trinity. She's a Parliament of. So yeah, I've got new parliaments now, and people said it's kind of like a continuation of what Mark Miller did in the early 2000s, late 90s. It's like, okay, I'm fine with that. But yeah, I enjoyed it. But yeah, there's new parliaments.
Speaking of Mark Miller, I read that Prodigy issue number 3. Well, I went back and read 1, 2, and 3 today because you guys had mentioned number 3 this week.
Yeah.
Did I lose audio again?
Oh, sorry. Did you? I didn't mean to talk over you.
We didn't care about.
No, I lost connection for a second.
Oh no. But yeah, I was talking to you guys behind or in the green room before we went live, and I was just talking about how someone like Mark, who has so much creative like passion and like who has so many ideas, like it just flows through like so many of these stories. But you can also tell like he's very intellectual, like his dialogue is very well, written out. Like it sounds like real people talking. Even though it's in this like other world, it's very cool. I really enjoyed issue 1 through 3.
I mean, everything. And what I like about this story and a lot of his is you don't know what's going to happen when you turn the page. Just like, I mean, right here.
Yeah.
I was like, this is how you're starting your book off?
Exactly, right.
I have no idea where it's going to go for every issue, 1 through 3. I'm like, I did not see that coming. And some other stuff happens in this. I don't want to spoil that. Yeah. I'm like, oh, okay, that character's not important anymore.
Well, it's great, yeah, because you find out that one woman has been behind the scenes for 11 plus years, and you're like, at what lengths are these individuals within this like secret society? At what lengths are they willing to go to in order to be the best or to have like the leg up? It's so interesting, man. I really like it. God, he's a very, very talented creator.
He is a character that you could see as somebody you can't relate to. He's the smartest man. He claims to be the smartest man in the world.
Mhm.
He knows everything. He's the fastest, the strongest. I mean,
Buckaroo Banzai.
Yeah, it's like
he's
he knows
Buckaroo Banzai
everything.
in the '80s with Peter Weller. Great movie.
And you think that, okay, there's no way I can relate to this character. He's automatically just, I don't care. But he writes him to where you do care about him. And he is flawed and he isn't the best. You find out it's like, no, you're not the smartest guy. You think you are, but you're not.
Well, that's what's so funny, dude, is like you brought up a great point, and I actually put it in my notes to talk about this tonight. I literally just put Gary Sue ? Because when I was reading issue 1, I was like, what the fuck? Like, okay, like I get it. This guy's fantastic. Like, why does that matter? And then he starts to reveal all like that he may not be everything that he's cracked up to be, because he even says he's like, I'm the 8th richest man in the world.
Yeah.
And then you start getting introduced to these people and they're like, you're a fucking cockroach comparatively to me and the rest of this society, like, because you don't even know about this whole level. So it is so interesting how he kind of humbles this guy into this new world. Great point that you brought up of like actually being able to like, I'm not the greatest. I do have these human qualities, even though I thought I was the greatest at this thing. So,
yeah, it's great seeing a character like this that is put in a scenario that it's like, well, there's no way he's going to get out of this. And then it's like, I have to know, is he going to get out of it? Because it is a writer to which you don't know what's going to happen. You can make guesses, but you don't know.
And even if like you do, like even if you come up with something and he does something different, it's most likely better than what you had come up with. You know what I mean? Like even if I were like, okay, he's going to meet this guy who's secretly behind this, that like Mark would then not subvert your expectations, but he would take the story in a direction that would make it better. And so that's why,
or something so small throwaway that he'll put in like one or two issues, like you won't think a second hesitation about it. He'll bring it back, like another issue to be at the forefront. Like I wouldn't be surprised. Like we one of the scientists dies early on, and I would not be surprised if Jane Mansfield's head is brought back later in the series. You know?
Yeah. Oh man, yeah. No, it's what was the other thing I had here? Like little things like he has the one guy in this society who has surgically removed his hands to replace them with ape hands because they're more dexterous. He literally says that they have more dexterity, and so like our primitive human hands. Like what the the amount of creativity for you to just think of these things is so interesting. So
it's like I would expect that from the Doom Patrol.
For sure. Yeah.
It is so funny and so cool. It's just like already I'm like, I love this guy.
Yeah.
He's a bad guy, but I love him.
I'm not going to show a lot of that because that's going to spoil what happens. But that was as far as I'm going to go. But it's just Mark Miller right now. He is firing on all cylinders. Almost every book. Really, the only series I liked it, but I didn't like it as much as I really think I should have, was Jupiter's Legacy and Circle. I thought they were good. For some reason, I had a hard time connecting with it.
I loved it.
But for me, it's the one that came out earlier this year, the Super Spy.
Oh, King of Spies.
King of Spies, I thought was arguably one of the best things he's ever written.
Yeah. Nemesis, I think, is still my favorite.
Yeah, I can't. Part 2 coming up with Jorge Jimenez on the art looks amazing.
It does.
Yeah.
there's also there's a scene in the first issue where he's benching like probably 600 pounds or something, and he has an entire I don't know, what would you like, audience of people that are reading the news to him.
Oh,
and
yeah.
then around him, he has 150 channels of news stations playing that are, and one of the scientists next to him goes, you know, he's been able to figure out how to identify each sound and listen into it single-handedly. And the quote was, "He can do that." And the other scientist says, "So he says." And then the next panel is him looking over at the scientists, hearing their conversation. And I was like, just fucking brilliant. Like, so that's so cool that, like, you know, they just something as simple as that, where it's like, oh, he's actually listening to them talking about him listening to everything in the room. Just little subtle nuances like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, see, I thought it was going to start out. He was like an Alex Cross,
there it is.
like detective. I'm like, oh, okay, so this is going to be a detective story, and it's like kind of, but
yeah,
not.
yeah.
He's different.
Well, I think he says in like in either issue 2 or issue 3, he says like, because I'm so bored, I constantly have to be solving mysteries. He's like always solving something because his mind is constantly moving. So.
Like he gets himself captured on purpose, just
just to get out of it. That's that was when I wrote down my like Gary Sue thing. I was like, okay, really, this guy's that arrogant? But no, it turns out that he is just one of the many. So
he bypassed the what is it that Ray says in Star?
Oh, I bypassed the compressor. Exactly.
What?
He's like, yeah, how'd you do that?
Yeah,
I bypassed character progression.
Everything.
Yeah, great series. If you guys aren't reading it, you guys got to check this out. Yeah,
that's cool. Well, friends, it's almost 2.5 hours, and I should probably take off here.
Yeah, that's fair. Yeah, we can wrap this up. Thanks for tuning in, guys. We appreciate it. Thanks to Tristan, Nerdist Newsstand. Plug your channel.
It's been a bad week, but I've been sick and everything, so I haven't done as much stuff, but I am going to have a big stream on Sunday, of which I have no clue what, and I'll definitely have a Black Panther video out tomorrow now.
Yeah, for real. Right?
Make sure you guys check out my channel. If you want to be either A, annoyed, or B, bored. No, I don't know. I'm not good at plugging my channel. Max, you
won't
go.
Be bored, that's for sure. I thank you so much, guys, for having me on. Tristan, it's been a while since I've gotten to hang out with you. So I think the last time we were doing the appreciation stream for George Perez.
Yeah.
So thank you so
much.
I need
to get you back on.
Yeah, absolutely. Whether it's talking Coheed and Cambria or George Perez, either one is a good call.
Coheed and Cambria, my love. Okay, go ahead.
So it's always a pleasure to hang out with you guys, Drew and Kyle. I know we've only been streaming here for maybe a week or so, or 2 weeks now, but meeting Drew in Dallas and hanging with you guys on Comics Aficionados and everything has been just fantastic. I'm learning so much, and it's really great to like talk about these more recent modern issues and talk about why we like them, why we don't like them. So I think this is so rad. But yeah, you guys can find me at MVP or Maxfield Von Priestley, which is just my full name. And you'll find a lot more of this stuff, just talking comic books, TV shows, and movies. So
there we go. And you'll see us on Tuesdays here, venting and raving about the latest books and praising, despite what people think. Yes, we do praise books.
On occasion.
What's that?
No, I'm just messing. I said on occasion.
On occasion, yes.
Yeah. So I will say, without y'all, I wouldn't have found Echolands. I wouldn't have found Death Dealer, and those are probably two of my favorite series within the past 5 years or so. Like, damn. So y'all put some good recommendations out there that people may have never heard of. So
Yeah, there are magic in the indies. There are magic in the indies. I'll say that. So with that, I'll close it with saying, Sean will say, buy what you like.
Collect what you want.
Don't listen to
the haters.
And we'll see you guys again next time.